Yo guys, this is Greyshot117 and I am glad to be casting a tournament again, and this time we got ourselves a 1v1 tournament with two amazing players. We got Markov versus Iroha. We got an American player versus an OKW player. Now again, if you would like to support this whole endeavor, this is currently run by Alvati. I will link his Twitch down below. He's supporting the Master League run by AE. Or the last bits, you know, as it was put on hiatus for a time. Anyway, he's doing everything he can to make sure the competitive scene is live and well, with airborne, I should say. So make sure you guys go support him and everyone who supports it. I am a humble caster, but I will also say support the players. Again, Iroha is actively playing in this, and I casted a game by him last week versus Love Nest. Make sure you guys check that out as well. But it showed his amazing skills, so Markov will need to do some really top-tier work. Now again, for the OKW, looks like we have more of a standard build. Volk, Sturm, and of course a Kubel. But Markov might be changing things a little bit with recon support. Now this is really good with the IR Pathfinders. Again, you can also drop in supplies, so you don't have to worry about the howitzer anymore. Could be very, very impactful. And again, you also get that paratrooper squad. So you get a lot of material from it. I'm not sure about the Greyhound, how effective that is in the most recent patch. I think it's just okay. But I know they're really trying to make light vehicles a little more productive, as with the new patch that'll be coming out soon, they're really trying to amp up the AEC and Beaufort, at least on the British perspective. So we'll see how things go. Kubel bringing a barrel with him, but he's taken over the entirety of the left. And again, simply Volk squads. We're not seeing Panzer Fusiliers. We're not seeing JLI. We're not seeing anything like that. Firestorm could be a likelihood to give these guys MP40s. But so far, no dice. We do have our first engagement of the day. Again, Rifleman opening fire on the Kubel. Kubel repositioning. Now re-engaging. Hitting from the side. And now the back. Kubel taking some fire down to about a quarter health. More Riflemen coming on in, but Sturms jump into the building and prevent any additional fire being let upon that Kubel. Kubel is now going to take mid. Again, VP-wise is going against, right now, Iroha. So again, excellent job there. Volk squad's getting in the building to gain superiority of the area. I'll teach you correct German pronunciation in the future. Hey, don't worry, chat. I remember at one point I was saying Kerbelwagen. I don't know where I got the R from, but that was a thing at one point in my early days. So I have gotten better. Now it looks like it's going to get better for Markov, because Markov is doing pretty dang well. He's put some fire on the Germans and so far not lost the model. But right now the Germans are gaining more infantry. Slowly but surely. Kubel charging through, breaking up the cover, I assume. Unfortunately losing half its health. Sturm and Volk squad now flanking, but more Riflemen moving on in. They need to focus on the Sturm. That is the biggest threat, close range. They do pick a model, and right now the rear echelon is the... Oh, sorry. I just realized I was going faster. That's me misclicking while moving around my camera. Kubel opening... staying back and trying to capture the point. More Volk squads and Sturm lighting up. Rear echelon has lost a model. Rifleman lost 2. We need additional reinforcements, but Lieutenant is taking his sweet time. Now with the Lieutenant, that also means a Steward is possibly in play. Rifleman might lose it. He is going to pull back right now, and looks like he will survive, though very low. Lieutenant, decent at close range. He's going to close the gap on the Volk squad to do what he can. Again, loses a model. More Riflemen coming in from behind. Volk squad very wisely pulls back. Doesn't want to be hit on the retreat. American forces do not have rifle grenades, so do not expect any sort of... excuse me, I believe an AT snare as of yet, or a normal grenade as of yet. Kubel is vet 1, now give him the ability to reveal opponents in the minimap. So again, be very cautious with that. American forces in cover, putting shots on the Volk squads, while the remaining infantry is fighting in the north. Now it looks like 3 Volk squads are taking some hits, though they're still fighting on the right, and right now, that's actually kind of good. It's keeping Markov tied down, but... or so you may think. We do have a echelon squad heading left, maybe to grab the fuel. Could be a nice win, as Volk squad's currently trying to capture that territory. Volk squad, very low on health, is still advancing with a 50 cal now trying to put pressure on the Volk squads. Volk suppressed, going to be in for a rude awakening, does pull back, and an excellent pullback is done, so he doesn't lose the unit. Again, right now, Ira, what is your plan? Well, it's simple. Medical. He's going with the medical facility, most likely either for a half-track rush or a support gun. I don't think he'll get an infrared half-track yet on this map. I just don't see it as an early game unit of high importance. Now, 50 cal is, funny enough, moving up, but facing the wrong way. I don't know if that's on purpose, but it's pretty funny. We have ourselves some, again, infantry grabbing territory across the map. Meanwhile, Volk squads are chilling at base, waiting for medics. And that's the other big thing, is getting those medical supplies back, which, funny enough, the American does not have. We do not have an ambulance as of yet, but he is rushing for a platoon command post, which, what does that mean? That means Stuart. I'm pretty confident he's going to try to rush for a Stuart, which makes sense. Light armor could be invaluable in the early game, and right now, since we know Ira did not go for mechanized, we know for a fact that Puma is not likely. So if a Puma is not likely, then the Stuart essentially has free reign. Now, I will note that Ira could absolutely deploy himself. Great bazooka shot, but unfortunately does miss. Lieutenant opening fire on the Kubel. Might be able to weaken him down just enough to force him off the point. Does manage to. Fuel is secure, thank God, to the unit. Stuart's actually coming on out. That is very bad for Ira, as he has no effective form of AT. Again, this Ira is a person who went toe-to-toe with Love Nest and did very well. So the fact that both these people are currently at each other's throats this early in the game is astounding to me, and I'm very happy to see how these games could go on in the future. Now, Volk squads are getting some upgrades. We're not seeing a ton of resources though for Ira. He's currently at 16 munitions per turn. Riflemen, again, keeping their range and opening fire, doing what they can against the enemy. I will say, good decap by the American, stops some additional resources. Now he's back up to 47. Good. He needs everything he can get. A nice shot. Sturm goes down, and notice Markov gains the lead, I think, with the first wipe of the game. Flak, though, firing might cause unnecessary damage. Wolf squad pulling back. Again, Stuart in route. Do they have grenades? They do not, so don't expect a kill on retreat. But it does not matter. MG going into the building. Well, you might have some issue with the Stuart. Wolf squad trying to get in range for a Faust, but unfortunately loses the model to the Echelon with Minesweepers, so don't expect a sudden mine from the Volk squads. I'm sorry, not Volk squad. Stern Pioneer squad to suddenly turn the tide. Oh wait, it's dead. So unless it's something from its legacy, I don't think we'll have to worry about that in the future. Volk squad gonna fire a Faust, but again, I kind of think of this as sort of how do I put this? Not really all that effective. Oh wait, hold on! He may have made a critical mistake there. He gets out right outside the MG's range. He almost loses the Stuart. Very close to losing it in terms of losing his repairs and possibly having the Volk squad steal it. What a move that could have been, but luckily Markov does repair the situation and get back into a good area. Now with the 50 cal right here, they're going to need to do something. Kubel cannot repair at this moment. Again, maybe at a higher veterancy he can, but unfortunately he cannot at this current moment. So he has to repair his men and hope to God that Stern Pioneer eventually comes out once he saves some manpower, which looks like he will right now. We have a large rifleman detachment coming on in to push the Volk squads back. Echelon gets back in the building, stopping him retreating inside. He could throw incendiary. I think he wants to save his resources. Speaking of resources, Markov is 300 munitions, so I could absolutely see some bars being deployed onto the field of battle very soon. Stuart been causing quite a bit of damage. Now, luckily, Ricketmuffer's on the field to deal with it. He needs to line up a shot, and looks like he'll be able to right here. Great shot on the Stuart, brings down a good amount of health. But again, right now we have all these infantry now moving in. MG is stopping some of it. We have, looks like, a paradrop coming on in. That'll bring in, again, paratroopers and a support weapon, which would be very, very helpful. So there they are. American coming on in. Again, there's that amazing howitzer and the infantry as well, which makes sense why he wanted to go this. Again, if you wanted to go with a Stuart, this allows him to get that howitzer. Now, unfortunately, no AT gun, so that could be where Ira turns the tide, is there's no M1 AT gun for him to deploy at this moment. But, again, if the paratrooper... Oh, wait, no, he's not. Okay, so he's honestly going with 2 LMGs. Very good long range, very good support weapons to really drive home the fact that these Volk squads are better at medium and paratroopers better at long. So as long as the American player has range, he should be doing very well. Raketenwerfer does get a nice shot. Not, I think it did a little bit less than last time, though. It was a rear shot, so again, excellent work there. Paratroopers trying to open fire again. Not great with no cover. Again, it looks like Iroha's majority of his forces are over in the sector trying to drive the American back. And looks like he did lose a unit. So again, good wipe against Markov. Slowly turning the tide. Unfortunately, Markov is still getting a lot of resources where Iroha is not. And also, Iroha has yet to deploy his second building. How is Markov doing? Markov has the resources. If Iroha upgrades this, he's still a ways off from getting all the upgrades. So again, very curious to see how things progress in the near future. And who gets armor, major armor first, not just medium armor. Again, Stuart's great, and it would be very good to see him tag team with a Jackson in order to like wear down a Panther or Panther 4. But that's the other thing, is what armor will Markov deploy, if Markov can deploy for Iroha. American infantry opening fire. Again, Volk squads are in cover, so they will last a little longer, supported by an MG. Kubo coming on in. Vet 2 doing pretty well for himself. Now, Stuart looks like he's flanking up to Vet 1. Also, Stern Pioneers are on the side. Again, I don't see mines in the sector. And it looks like the MG got flanked, so he's going to pull back. Great shot by the Raketenwerfer on the Stuart. Drives it home. Well, oh, a Greyhound? Okay, it looks like we're going to light infantry rush. Markov really trying to push the enemy back. Again, Panzer Headquarters is yet to upgrade. That gun, if upgraded, could damage both the armor and infantry. There he goes. He gets the upgrade. That should keep the Greyhound back off this point, and the infantry off the point for a time period. Unless that howitzer can really start driving it home, or launches something to block its sight like white phosphorus. Something along those lines to really make sure the enemy can't see it. Anyway, Rifleman opening fire on the Sturm. Again, holding mid. Again, it's interesting because Markov started to lose the VPs a bit, and that's where I think Iroha is trying to play him in terms of trying to bring him down with VPs. Now, also I will say it's curious why Markov has yet to deploy units with bars, because again, usually bar infantry is superior in a lot of ways to the Volk squad, but no, apparently he's not getting the upgrades as of yet. That's fine. Again, sometimes you want to save and hold dear the resources you have and not waste it on other things. That way you can get something, let's say rush for a Sherman or save the manpower for reinforcements. That's fine. But it is, the longer this goes on, it becomes more curious and curious the reason he does not go it. Echelon putting some damage into the Kubel, but a lot of Volk squads are coming around. He needs to retreat that, otherwise he will lose the unit. And he may lose almost everything. Volk squads bring him down to just barely a model on very low health. American forces, again, get no grenades as well. Trying to move into counter, but the Volk squads just interrupt. Going for the unit again, Markov. That's the second time he's almost lost the unit. He did lose a model, but they did jump back inside. We have a great Faust, and again, this is where Iroha does have enough resources in order to keep himself going. So, double Raketenwerfers. Again, oh my god, stop trying to repair on the front. Stern Pioneer getting close for a Shrek. Unfortunately, hits a barrel or something over here and is forced back. Meanwhile, American infantry is pushed back by incendiaries, but the Volk squads were taking a lot of damage. Raketenwerfer might be able to finish off this. Oh, it's very low. Volk squad will finish it off with a nice Faust, and there goes the Greyhound. First armor loss of the game. The Kubel has survived longer than the Greyhound, which is astounding to me. Now, again, it looks like the strategy of light armor focus did not pan out for Markov. He's going to need to change up his strategy. And what can he do? Armor, but he's yet to get a major. But Iroha has upgraded his base. And right now, like I said, Markov does not have a major form of AT. While the Lieutenant is great for bazooka fire, and the Stuart is, you know, it can definitely do it. I have shots where Von Ivan, oh, great drop. Support equipment may go down right here. MG dies, but the Raketenwerfer survives. But with all the AT retreating, Stuart's going to try to go after and get some good shots. But Iroha could easily deploy a Panzer IV coming on up. Echelon going in for the MG, does steal it. Yeah, again, chat, you brought up a good point. A Greyhound, again, not as sure with as to why. I'm still undecided on the current placement of its, like, importance. I will say, again, excellent job there. But, actually, hold on. I missed the captain, so he hecked backward for an M1. He's going for a solely infantry focus, which is fine. I'm actually very curious to how this will go. But, yeah, the infantry plays seems to be panning out pretty well. Now, Iroha has deployed Double Sudan. Looks like he's already upgraded with an LMG. So he has some superior infantry. Stuart trying to go in to kill the Kubel. Double Sudan is in sector with 2 cannon morphers. Can they finish it off? No, they cannot. Kubel survives another blow from the Stuart. Manages to keep on fighting. Excellent job there. And the Stuart looks like will survive unless he turns back or gets Fausted, but looks like there's enough screening protection for the rifleman and the lieutenant to prevent that from happening. But again, we have the Panzer IV. Howitzer's been hitting the base, so they're trying to weaken that down. They get good use of it. Oh my god, where does this guy go? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is literally going to kill him. I don't... Well, there goes the unit in the building. And the Stuart... Oh my god, no. Oh, heavens, no. Yeah, I think Markov, this was foreshadowed so much. The Stuart has good. Just run. Run with the Stuart. Ladies and gentlemen, we have, unless I'm mistaken, the first German Stuart I've ever seen in a tournament play. I could be dead wrong, but I swear to God, I think this is the first time I've ever seen an OKW player steal a Stuart directly for the enemy. We've seen it foreshadowed twice from Markov doing it. Twice Markov's like, hey, I'll just heal on the front. It's fine. Alright, at least he's getting more bazooka teams, so he has upgraded. That's good. Yeah, he's gonna need it, but again, oh no. Anyway, Panzer IV doing what he can with Double Sudan in good cover, lighting up the support infantry, trying to hit the Panzer IV bazooka fire. Doing quite a bit, actually, and good defensive infantry. Almost vet 1 with that, so excellent job there. Now, not only does Iroha have the advantage of armor, but he has a solid lead in armor. Like, he has a Panzer IV, which is great against infantry and medium to light vehicles. He has a Stuart that's good for supporting. Look, if you're fighting American infantry, the Stuart's support weapons, which again include shell shock and crippling shot, is good enough to where, it's solid against a Sherman or Jackson or anything else that could be thrown by Markov. Now, again, you still have to worry about the infantry and the bazooka shots, but hopefully he doesn't lose it. That's my hope. All right, M1 could finish it off. Oh my god, really? You threw it away that quick? Dang it. I was really hoping it would play. I was really hoping it would play a more major part, but oh well. It looks like there that against light armor, the Americans have things covered, so that's good. I'm glad he has things covered there. All right, finally he gets a major, so Markov is slowly but surely getting closer to getting a Sherman or a Jackson or something. M1's pushing back the Panzer IV. Some decent shots. Front armor does bounce. Volkswagen's going for the VP. Again, very close overall in this VP battle. Right now, both sides have managed to get some great engagements. But overall, it's still... I think Iroha has a small lead at this moment. I think he saw a small lead. Though infantry-wise, Markov is doing extreme... Oh my god. Are you kidding me? We have a mortar carriage, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know enlisted, a mortar carriage is like super, super good, right? But can defeat Pumas and such, which I find hilarious after playing, Code 2 for so long. But I don't think in this game a mortar carriage is going to stand up to a Panzer IV, especially an OKW Panzer IV. Could be very wrong with that whole entire assessment right there. But I'm pretty confident, right? I'm pretty confident in that arrangement. Wolf Squad push back Kubel up to vet 3, so we'll have automatic repairs. We have JLIs, which means Iroha has gone Overwatch. We get a Goliath. No, we're probably not getting Goliath. We'll probably save up for a sector assault, which makes sense. Bring in the planes. Except against an opponent that is deploying light armor. Then I'm actually kind of curious to see how planes will fare against units that are extremely quick and can move back. We do have some mines, and actually we have 2 mines, so good job. Looks like Iroha is also placing some, you know, extra precautions around the map by hopefully trying to snare some infantry and or some armor. Mortar carriage opening fire, but looks like it's, yeah, didn't do all that much. Again, heavy cover and all that. We have infantry pushing across the map, trying to regain territory. Man, vehicle crew, how bad are you? The fact, like, yeah, we lost our armor. Let's not talk about it. Although, you could give that vehicle crew to the whatever vehicle you're deploying and get some veterancy to it. That's 100% likely to happen because, again, you can, it has veterancy. You just pop it on in, right? I mean, it's probably not going to be much to a mortar carriage, but it could be something. Just throwing that out there, again, with the American vehicle crews being interchangeable. Wolf Squad GLI pushing on the right with American infantry pushing in mid. Again, right now, so long as Iroha keeps 2 VPs against Markov, hopefully that can keep him in a really good state. Over Sodatin and Stern Pioneers moving to mid to intercept the captain. Again, stop him from advancing and keep the support gun relatively okay, although he might lose a model. Probably nothing more than that. Wolf Squad just chilling out, being hit. Or not. I guess this thing's a little bit lackluster in some of those shots. JLI capturing the territory. Almost done capturing the fuel. It's be double fuel for Iroha. The question is what he would go next. I don't know if a Panther would be the best choice. Because look, he has mostly infantry, right? The Panzer IV can easily deal with any armor. So, might be better to go... I mean, like, I know people are like, Greyshot, why? But it might be better to go with a King Tiger. I don't know. The King might actually be a better choice right now. And at the very least, you get mechanized, which would mean automatic repairs for the Panzer IV. That way your Stern Pioneers could focus on, you know, anti-armor and also mines and everything else you could possibly deploy. If you have a good amount of munitions, you could keep focusing on defensive qualities, because honestly, you're pretty good at keeping Markov back. Now, Markov still has the cluster bombs. He can use that if he feels he has like a good group up amount of infantry he can knock out. M1 pushing back the Panzer IV, but both squads taking territory right again outside the American base. Great shot. Knocks out the piece. Oh my god, retreat path right into the Panzer IV. Come on, get their echelon. Kubel as well. Come on, Kubel. Alright. American infantry might have lost something. Echelon did lose another model. Wolf Squad under fire. Oh, support gun got neutralized. Okay. Good shot there. But so did... oh, no, the MG34? What? Oh, okay. So, never mind. They lost more than I thought. Almost on Wolf Squad moving on in. They do kill the equipment. Artillery is currently raining down for the mortar carriage. Great shot right there. Again, a lot of Germans grouped up, so that is a perfect shot for that unit. Again, not saying this unit isn't useful. It absolutely is. I'm just saying against the Panzer IV, I'm like, you want to go Sherman with high explosive rounds? M1 is neutralized by the Volk Squad with 16 kills. Excellent job. The other one has 17 kills. They're going to try to keep the territory. But again, Iroha is still holding on to this VP and is right now putting pressure on Markov overall with the VP total. So excellent work there. So far, Markov is yet to deploy any additional armor, focusing instead to reinforce and get his infantry back up to top shape. Iroha's going with a mechanized building. So yeah, he's going... at least in my opinion, I think he's going with a... something from mechanized building and or a King Tiger. I would assume a King, though again with total population he may not be able to. But again, it could just be something where he wants to remove one unit and have it, or it goes for again a Stuka or something like that to deal with the support equipment, like the M1 or the 50 cal that's currently grouped up in a great single line. You can absolutely neutralize. Smoke coming down. Again, infantry is going to push on up to hopefully neutralize this lieutenant. Does get a great shot on the Panzer IV, though, in the rear armor. Though Obasodan and Volk Squads will probably reduce things today and force the unit off the point. On the left-hand side, Panzer IV just moving on over, stopping the paratroopers. Almost gets another model, but does at least get one with his push. Volk Squads get hit by the mortar carriage, so at the very least, mortar carriage is doing a good job not necessarily keeping the Panther 4 back, but keeping the infantry. And that might be Markov's plan, is using this to just harass infantry and keep them at bay. Though Recanmorpher is moved in, it is using either a direct shot or maybe he can see it through the brush. I'm going to say probably he can see it. If not, it's a direct shot. Point is, it's used to push back the mortar carriage to make it a little bit harder for that thing to be as annoying. Speaking of mortar carriages, looks like Markov is doubling down with that strategy and going double mortar carriage. Very interesting strategy right now. Again, double mortar carriage against an opponent. And again, this opponent has armor, which could do a lot of damage, plus air support. So if he pushes in, planes and the Panzer could annihilate the mortar carriages. So I would say Markov needs to be very cautious, especially since I'm gonna guess you have an idea of what Iroha's got, right? We know there's JLI, right? We know that for a fact. So that leaves two doctrines, this and Scavenge. I believe are the two that he can theoretically pick. Unless I'm mistaken, unless I'm having a brain fart. Chat, let me know if that's the case. But at the very least, it's like, okay, I need to watch for the X, right? That should be on your brain. I need to keep an eye out for certain things. And that is 100% one of them. Recanmorphers get a great double volley on the mortar carriage. Kind of stuck right now behind the building. Panzer 4 moves on in, gets the kill, and the new recruit coming on in gets absolutely blasted out of the map. Mortar carriage opening fire. Come on. Oh, throws a grenade a little bit early, though. And the unit will survive. Oh, no, it does die. Paratroopers get the kill. All right, good kill right there. Another one bites dust. Again, Markov still has good amount of supplies. So, again, wasting some resource on grenade stuff. Not really a big deal for him. Also getting another mortar carriage. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Again, good infantry kill, but Iroha still has resources to pump out some more infantry if need be. Or, again, because he lost the squad, slowly but surely getting enough resources to get additional armor. Mortar, oh my god, the mortar carriage almost kills the Volk squad. So low on health, absolutely low. Lieutenant moving on in against the Sudan, trying to move on in. Sudan should have superiority unless a grenade can be thrown, but again, doesn't have the grenade package. Only a very few units can do grenades without the grenade package. Volk squad opening fire on Stewart or Faust. The Recanmorpher is pretty far back. The other one is moving on up, so don't expect that. We have an airstrike coming on in, which is the mines, keeping the infantry at bay. Again, if this was just a little bit later in deployment, he could have killed the Volk squad on retreat. What is it? All right, I guess he just picked up the 50. I mean, to be fair, it's at least using it for something. Now, again, Markov is losing a lot overall. He got a new mortar carriage, that's great. And he has a second one, but his infantry has pretty much been slowly being drained by the Ogres, by the Volk squad, by the Panzer 4, by everything. This Panzer 4 has 20 kills. Like, it's done a solid job of killing, along with the Recanmorphers, killing the equipment, killing the infantry, and really pushing Markov down. Again, I don't think the double mortar carriages are the way to go, but that's what he keeps picking. And he has to keep hoping that this will somehow achieve victory for him. But mortar carriages are now being lit upon by the Panzers, by the Recanmorpher. Luckily, they're all missing, which is very weird to say. M1 is currently now being hit. Focusing on the Recanmorphers, though, he's not able to kill and push them back in time. I think the M1 will probably perish. Yep, there it goes. So that's a big AT unit being unable to be requisitioned. Markov did so well early on, and now he's down to 3 infantry units, essentially, on the front line, plus a major. This is not good. This is absolutely not good. I mean, again, look, mortar carriage is 23 kills. I'm not saying the mortar carriage doesn't have its place, but right now, the enemy is about to get something, which I believe is going to be a King Tiger, right? I think it's pretty certain a King is going to make its appearance. So if a King makes an appearance, right, what do you have? Like 2 teams of bazookas? You have to be damn lucky that you get that kill. You have to hit it with a cluster bomb. Somehow Iroha has a stroke, doesn't realize that he's currently being targeted for a good minute, and you might kill it. Like, that's the chain of events that needs to occur. Right? Right. Panzer IV coming in along the side. And again, this entire time as well, Iroha could just be more aggressive. Finally, 30 minutes into the game, we have ourselves a Jackson. Hot damn, it's about time. However, ladies and gentlemen, we also have a King Tiger. So we'll see how well this King does. Again, with its weapon, its main gun is able to kill infantry and armor alike. So we'll see how the King Tiger fares. Jackson might be able to hold back the armor, especially with bazooka support, but it needs that support and good coverage. It needs absolutely, like, again, Markov just not only needs to play well, he needs to excel in his play style to an obscene degree. So he needs to be the best there ever was in order to turn this tide. King Tiger, though, advancing, trying to shoot the Major and Lieutenant. Bazooka teams decide to split and completely whiff it. Alright. Meanwhile, again, shot in the building. Luckily, doesn't kill any additional models. Where is the Jackson coming on in? But again, we have the airstrike. Markov may not know when he's gone still. Again, can be confused on two doctrines. But if that super close air support comes on in, that armor could all be gone very, very quickly. King Tiger opening fire. Jackson needs to return it. Misses, unfortunately. Mortar carriages, though, are lighting up the infantry. Needs some good wipes. Gets great shots. Volk Squad could be neutralized right here. Needs to get a major. There it goes. Volk Squad picked. Alright, now you need to do that like 5 more times. I can see this game turning. Unfortunately, Paratrooper gets immediately pushed back by the King. Again, quick repairs being done. Markov very consistent with his quick repairs. Major's still on the field, so he could launch artillery. Major is vet 2, so he does get more artillery to hold back the enemy. Again, right now it's down to the wire, and Iroha seems to be in the lead, though. Again, we have seen things turn around. But again, something needs to happen sooner rather than later, because VPs will slowly, you know, make this a GG, whether Markov wants it or not. Infantry coming on up. They open fire on the King. Unfortunately, a lot of the shots miss. Infantry, though, is focusing on the Stewards. Stewards' shots all missed as well. King Tiger only lost like 15% of its health, now 20. Again, mortar carriages are down on health. Cannon morphers might try to finish him off. I'm not sure if it has sight. Might, though. Looks like he does. Will fire. And there goes the Vet 3 mortar carriage. Another mortar carriage being deployed rather than healing the paratroopers and such. And right now, Iroha's just choking him. Sure, he did kill a unit. Let's be very clear. Iroha did lose a unit. But the Americans are, as the unit spin, are currently in a daze. It's, again, great. Some great hits by Markov, but again, others I'm very curious on. I will give credit, though. Markov is not giving up. He's the best person I've seen, like, consistently fight is a player called, you may have heard of him. He's a player that is less popular, named Von Ivan. I know it's rare to see a game by him, but still, no, he's fantastic. Please go check out Von Ivan. But Von Ivan is someone who literally is like NC. He goes down to the last man a lot of times, but he always makes sure to hit his all, and I do really appreciate his playstyle. But we'll see how Markov does in the counterattack. Jackson moving on in. Needs to worry about the hidden cannon morphers across the map, the mines, the Kupol detecting every move he does with his detection. Panzer IV lying behind the brush. A lot of different moves here. Yeah, more carriages dropping smoke and now opening fire. Direct shots being fired by the cannon morpher through the brush. Luckily all missing. Now we have, again, a minesweeper going into effect. He's moving up, though. And some units moving back, though he might still get the kill. Come on! Nope. We did lose the paratrooper squad. We may lose the rifleman. We do lose the rifleman. And now, although he does kill the cannon morpher, or decrew it, No infantry currently guarding Markov's armor. Now all he needs to do is drop the sector assault, and Markov's done. Be very clear. I think Markov will be done at JLI with Bazooka. All right, sure, why not? Let's give it to him. But yeah, all Iroha needs to do is do one final push. But I'm assuming, again, he's being cautious. It's like, Markov has to have a bigger army. There has to be something else. There has to be something else going on. It's like, yep, definitely there is. There's a whole army made out of balloons that are just like are over the distance that Iroha's seeing. That's keeping him at bay. Are these even spinning again? Okay. They're just enjoying themselves, just spinning around. Don't mind them. But I will give this. Iroha's near pop cap. With the Jagdpanzer going to be coming out, he will essentially be at pop cap as soon as he gets everything underway. So, excellent job by Iroha for building up his army that much. Though, again, he has lost definitely troops. But over the course of the battle, he's at least consistently near pop cap. So, excellent job there. Now, with this position being capped, here's the problem. Markov is not going to, well, have have resources to feed his population to get bigger, right? He's not going to get specials. He's not going to get fuel for armor. So that's going to force him up, right? And that's going to set off the trap, which is going to be sector assault. Jackson goes down. Airstrike's coming on in. M1 coming on in. Here they come. They're trying to open fire. Panzer IV just brushing off the shots, except for the M1. Waiting for another Stukless air support run to come on and kill these mortar carriages. Rifleman trying to retake position. Again, good job by Iroha, forcing Markov to come on in. Airstrike might get both of them. Does kill one, hurts the other. And there goes Markov. Great game, except for maybe the last 10 minutes. Honestly, Markov and Iroha were going toe-to-toe with each other. I just feel like the over-reliance on mortar carriages may not have been the smartest move, but still, Iroha, excellent job there. Let's double-check the after-action report. Again, solid game across the board. Really awesome work. Could I think have been better? Yes. But still, excellent job by both players. And I don't mind different strategies because that's where meta is formed in terms of, like, players trying to try different tactics to see how viable it is before coming up on top. Now, it looks like Markov did take more of a loss overall. Markov wasn't taking this game seriously. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. Again, he could just been trying to go for something very different. Mortar carriages did get 40 kills, right? They did do okay, but Raketmorphers did an excellent job at targeting them and keeping them back. So again, good use of your AT. But overall, again, solid force. Again, Iroha will take game 1 in this series, so excellent job there. Also, nerfs to propaganda artillery. I assume that would come, because again, propaganda artillery is very powerful when used correctly. But no, excellent job there, guys. Really, really solid stuff across the board. And again, good job on game 1, Iroha. Now let's see how he does in game 2. Hopefully, comes out on top in a better way. But again, solid job in any capacity. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17. I'm casting game 2 in this tournament. This classic tournament going over the 1v1 sphere with Iroha and Markov duking it out to achieve victory in this double elimination setup. Now, I will say Iroha has gained the lead with an excellent OKW play. Though on the back foot in the early game of last game, he did manage to turn the tide and make things right by driving home the enemy and literally destroying all their infantry, followed by their armor. Now, I will say Markov did make mistakes. He did double up on light armor, and I should say quadruple up by deploying a whole heck ton of Greyhounds and Stuarts, giving the Stuart to the enemy. I forgot about that, and also the mortar carriage. So again, very interesting to see all the mishaps that Markov had, but hopefully that was a fluke, because otherwise Markov played really well that game. So I'm really hoping for an excellent game too, but we'll see. We shall see. Again, I do these games live on Twitch usually on Saturdays and Sundays when they're announced. So make sure you guys go, if you are watching this on YouTube later, you go check that out on Twitch. And hey, if you're actively watching on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. Definitely helps. Now with the setup of this game, Iroha's going with your standard rifleman start. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Though he has picked infantry company, so that allows him LMGs. That allows him time on target and priest. So again, lots of artillery options in long range fare. Now I will say if you do follow, I will give you a shout out in just when this game wraps on up. So don't worry, at the end you will get your shout out if you do follow. So I do appreciate everyone who does that. Markov is yet to pick a doctrine, though we have Lead Armor, Luftwaffe, and Overwatch. I don't know if this current mod that we're actively playing on fixes it, but the CSomeToolx seems to be a very, very effective unit at this current stage. So we could see that. Again, Overwatch Doctrine is also very powerful, and Fallschirmjäger is extremely powerful. So we'll see how things fare with these three commanders and which one he picks. Right now, with all the artillery and also the long-range infantry, it might be best if he goes something that is more favorable to dealing with infantry and also dealing, and I would say probably elite armored would probably be that way. You could use it to call an artillery. You could use the CSomeToolx to neutralize long-range infantry on points and such. Could be very, very good. Now, a majority of the infantry right now is in mid. They have the VPs putting pressure on Markov. Volk squads get behind the riflemen, though, while riflemen deal with one Volk squad. Volk squads, realizing the situation, does pull back, only using one model. Again, keeping his men grouped up and killing the Germans one by one really helps gain supremacy. But remember, grouped up like this, he also risks not grabbing more territory. So if he has less of a territorial advantage against the enemy who has a territorial advantage will gain more resources. That's exactly what is happening. Markov has managed to grab more territory over the battle. And again, hopefully he's able to keep that up. Right now we have Echelon very forward-facing, but probably about to be faced with a lot of Volk squads in the near future. But we also have a lieutenant on the field. Now again, we saw previously that the Markov had a certain commander that allowed him to go lieutenant, but then what he also did was deployed a paratrooper squad with a howitzer to make up for the captain's lack of appearance in the very early game. Now in this situation, he doesn't necessarily have that. He does have artillery with a border half-track. Well, we'll see how that fares. Nice incendiary, pushes back one squad. Riflemen do manage to push back the Sturm, but 3 Volk squads might try to burn him out of the building, although he's at half health, so maybe they don't need to. The other Rifleman squad is easily pushed back, down to half health with 3 models. And also we have Volk squads going in for the fuel, cutting off Iroha's supplies. Meanwhile, Riflemen are trying to keep pushing back the Volk. Volk are all in cover, but in different ways. A lot of units are though coming on in. No grenades as of yet. Otherwise, that can make a great grenade. Nice incendiary, though, does easily hit the Rifleman and almost kills them, forcing them back. Again, solid job, though. Unfortunately, Lieutenant's in cover, and as you can see, one of the squads has a Thompson, so a little bit better at closer range than far, so not as effective from that distance. But these 2 units, the only units right now that Iroha has. And VP-wise, Markov has not only gotten 2 of them, but also he's about to overcome Iroha's lead. Anyway, Volk squads are heading over to grab additional resources, which will put him on top, as well as if he can hold on to the fuel. 50 cal is on the field, however. That should keep areas secure and also deal with some light armor with some armor-piercing rounds if need be. Now, let's see. Echelon could engage, try to rush for that cover, and maybe just hope eventually the 50 cal wears him down and it manages to, you know, suppress. Yeah, so I will say, chat, you do bring up a funny thing. Markov cannot get out of his units. So overall, there's a good likelihood that Markov can't accidentally give the enemy the armor. Because that's how he gave away the Stewart and almost got his Greyhound killed, was through decrewed repairs. So you're absolutely right. That is a likelihood. Now, Markov, I will say, did something a little different. He did go mechanized. And using Sturm Pioneers for those resources in terms of, you know, medics healing men. That's fine, but we're going with a Stewart, right? That's what we're going with, a Stewart. Okay. I'm fine with going a Stewart. Not Stewart, sorry, a Lutz. And see, I immediately have it on the brain. Ira has a lieutenant, right? So we know for a fact that usually an American player who goes to lieutenant will go with a steward, right? We know that. That's literally, it's on my brain immediately. That's what flashes in my head. That's the warning sign. So if you have a steward, right, you have to make sure this thing is well protected, because the steward, sorry, the Lukes. I keep saying steward. The Lukes is well protected because this Panzer II could easily be neutralized by it. Now, luckily, and again, I'll say this in at least short sense, it seems like Ira has yet to get the unlock, so that's delaying it slightly, but still, just something to take note of. Infantry is forced back. The Panzer II will have a small lead for right now. Hopefully, that's exactly what Markov was planning right now in order to keep the enemy back. Right now, it looks like also Luftwaffe ground forces is what's picked. Again, if you're fighting infantry, Fallschirmjägers is a great choice. Also, great attack by Markov as doing some hit-and-run tactics against the MG, driving it down. Riflemen, though, coming on in. Try to force them back with their echelon. Might be able to. We'll see. He's going to get the... Oh, wait. He's just falling back. Does he have additional support? Stern Pioneers are actually taking a left. Panzer II is moving on in. That might just be the support he needs. But unfortunately, the Volk squads are outside of cover. And as soon as he sees the Panzer II, he runs for it. And he's like, nope, I'm not dealing with this. Not today. Anyway, Panzer II is lighting up that rifleman, trying to get the kill on the retreat. Again, no real form of AT, so he doesn't have to worry about it at this moment. Like I said, I thought Ira would deploy armor a little bit sooner, but that has so far not been the case, which is kind of astounding to me. He is getting, again, upgrades to possibly get bazookas or, you know, get something. There we go. We got some bazookas. How many? Just one? Are we just one bazooka? That's it? Okay. I mean, you don't have resources right now. Your main point has been cut off, so literally you have no resources coming on in. And Markov is capturing a lot of territory right now, so he's on the ball right now. He is not messing around. So again, having a lack of AT right now is really paying Ira a lot of VPs, because again, right now Ira is currently Markov is currently capturing a lot of VPs, really putting the pressure on him. And we'll see how long it takes for him to come back. Now, I will say upgrading with LMGs, not a bad idea. Again, Volk squads with no upgrades going to definitely be in for a rude awakening, fighting long-range riflemen, and also 50 cal. But also remember that they're blobbed up, right? That's most of Ira's men. So if they're all blobbed up, Markov can just also keep contained and just enjoying all the resources he's getting, which is 57 munitions and 42 fuel, which allows him to get upgrades for, let's say, the Fallschirmjäger squad eventually. Luckily, bazooka teams do light up and kill the Panzer II, so the bazookas were worth it and absolutely annihilate it. So excellent job there. Really great shot. Again, Panzer II thought he was all cool, but yeah, double bazooka on 2 units did not pan out for him. Building's taking a lot of shots. You figure the bazooka teams will do more damage to a building. That's the one thing I kind of hope for in the future is, like, when you fire a bazooka shot, let's say maybe in Code 3, it blows up inside of a building. That'd be cool. It does a little bit more to actual buildings, because I know balance-wise that might be hard to balance, but still, it actually blows out chunks. That would be cool. Kind of like Bad Company 2. Just saying. I have that on the brain because of Battlefield Portals. Or that, because I'm like, oh my god, yes, finally, Bad Company 2. Oh, but anyway, infantry's moving on in, hopefully going into the VP and the fuel, because again, fuel is desperately needed for Ira to continue this game. Fallschirmjäger's holding the line. They need an upgrade right now, and luckily he's just moving in to the preferred spot, which is here. So you guard these 2 positions, and that way the enemy can't decap them and cut off your territory. Looks like they managed to drive back the Fallschirmjäger squad, which makes sense. There's a lot of bazooka teams, LMGs, that would weaken down the structure, and then once the structure's gone, weaken down the overall position. Now, Ira, I'm actually kind of curious, right? And chat, please let me know. And again, good morning, Striker. Why would you go double mortar? Because wouldn't the mortar half track be better with the white phosphorus, or a howitzer be better with the captain? If you want to go for, I'm just pointing out some stuff. I'm like, again, I could be very wrong with that assessment. very wrong. I know a mortar can be very good overall, especially pushing back like sport equipment. That's fine. That's great. But maybe I'm just wrong with my overall structure. But I feel like double mortar might be a bit of a risk. Definitely a bit of a risk, unless he's really trying to focus on that Panzer headquarters, or try to kill the infantry and force to get himself to it. Nice stun grenade, does drive the enemy back. Folkvard might be trying to go in for another model kill, or maybe just try to hammer home against the lieutenant. Mortar team's easier than micros, says chat. All right, we'll see. We'll see how long the mortar team lasts, because right now they're under fire from the Volk squads. Because again, they don't have a lot of infantry protection. 50 cal luckily is there to cover the retreat. And additional infantry is moving on in. Volk squad's going to be in for a rude awakening with double LMGs hitting them. Although Folkvard are currently flanking the 50 cal. Oh boy. Nice bundle grenade on the day. Oh, and he got the kill. Oh, that was a vet. Wasn't that vet 1 too? Oh, that's unfortunate. Although, hold on, American infantry might kill the Folkvard. Does get suppressed though, so that makes it very unlikely. And great shot drives the enemy back. All right, Folkvard does manage to fight another day. Infantry are currently duking it out, but again, right now Iroha does have a little bit of a plan. Does have a small plane coming in, right? He has an MG on the left, another 50 cal, and a echelon pushing left. Hopefully going for the fuel. So to get that fuel income he desperately needs, and as he loses the one on the right. Hold on. The MG34 was neutralized. I don't know if that was a grenade or what. Maybe it was the mortars. Could be mortars. Because I think that would still be in range from the base. So actually good shots if that was from the mortars. But 50 cal opening fire on the MG, trying to drive back that unit. Unfortunately, the MG does manage to escape. But as we can see, Markov has taken some damage. He's definitely losing a bit of his infantry, while Iroha's has successfully held on, not losing any models, or sorry, any men overall. And if he has lost men, he's recruited. So excellent job right there. However, let's be very clear on this. Markov has one clear advantage over Iroha. See, Iroha needs to get a major, and then also save up for armor. So he's at least a few minutes away, right? Comparatively so, Markov is 10 seconds away from deploying a Panzer IV. So we saw last game, the Panzer IV getting, what, 2 dozen or so more kills easily? Again, right now you also have 2 sets of bazookas. I understand that, plus the riflemen with AT grenades. Understandable. But if that Panzer IV can do wonders, by God, this could change the battle. But hopefully, Iroha can continue his counterattack. And right now, he's holding firm, just allowing the infantry to walk into his LMGs, wearing them down. Excellent shots across the board. He held onto the territory. He's also grabbing mid right now, building some cover. Wait, is that? Okay, so it's 2 rings. That's so weird. I'm sorry. It's so weird how this is structured, because it looks like the VP is actually smaller than it is. But no, he's actually taking it. Anyway, Panzer IV putting shots on the mortars, on the infantry, etc. Oh, Iroha can also lay down mines. I completely forgot about that. But yes, infantry company, riflemen can lay down mines. So we could see a bunch of mines pop up that could cripple this Panzer IV. 2 sets of bazooka comes on in, takes it out with mortar coverage, knocking down the MG or infantry trying to stop it, and boom, bada bang, you got yourself a win. Now again, Reshla on standby. Panzer IV just firing from afar, outside the bazooka range. We also have a 50 cal guarding in case they try to push this way, though it looks like smoke is coming on in for the Folkvard, again, with upgrades and everything else to push on in from another area. Panzer IV has gotten a decent amount of models. Now focusing on the mortars, especially with the smoke there, so allowing the infantry to come on in. He's going to need to pull back. And right now, excellent shot for the Panzer IV. Wears him down quite a bit. Greyshot coming on in, but again, has to worry. He's grouped up a little bit. Panzer IV can turn and light him up. Again, look how grouped up they are. Very lucky he didn't cause more damage, but luckily a lot of health was taken away, forcing the unit back. So, okay. Right now, again, we have Markov trying to contain this. And he's doing a fairly good job. 52 munitions and 39 fuel. Right now, even though Iroha is getting closer to getting a Jackson, honestly, Markov could get another. It is 100% theoretically likely. Not definite, but it's likely he could get a Panzer IV right around the same time a Jackson is deployed, making 2 Panzer IVs versus a single Jackson. Now, yes, Jackson versus a Panzer IV, typically Jackson will win, especially with support. But 2 Panzer IVs? That could go a different way. Also, again, a Panther could be a likely, or something along those lines. My only counter to that would be because there's so much infantry, that might be a little less likely, because he probably wants something to deal with all the infantry more consistently. He did bring out Obosudan, and again, Obosudan being upgraded with LMGs because of the amount of resources Markov has, he can easily deploy them. So just take note of that. Also, it's not like Markov isn't grabbing more territory as he uses Fallschirmjägers to quietly, and I say that because camouflage, grab the territory along the left side of the map. The Rifleman, though, again, solid in its efforts because, again, with the LMGs, they can do a good amount of damage from afar and really slowly weaken down Markov's men, especially with the mortar support. And the mortar support also helps remove the cover and hopefully allows him to just wear down Markov's either defensive lines and or just aggressive pushes. Which looks like Iroha might be actually launching a push of his own. I'm assuming a Jackson's about to deploy. Because again, he has the resources for it. Panzer IV pushing up the gut, focusing on the mortars. Bazooka team's opening fire though, although a lot of shots missed, enough to connect to bring it down to almost like, what, 35%, 45% around there. Volk squads though lighting up, Obosudan and Volk squads breaking through. The Riflemen, while grabbing a territory though, are kind of just watching as the middle collapses. Fallschirmjäger actually manages to stealth cap mid, bundle grenade throw, gets a great hit on the retreating infantry. No kills, but enough to wear him down, and the American infantry actually, hold on, does actually kill the Fallschirmjäger squad though. They did kill the Fallschirmjägers. I missed that, but they did die. So excellent job there. Rifleman, though, recapping the territory. Jackson about to deploy. And like I said, Markov could deploy another Panzer IV, and he will. It just won't come out, you know, immediately, right as Jackson comes out. But it's coming out soon. Oh my god, the big old blobs of American forces. Enough bazooka fire that's pushing back the Panzer IV, and AT grenade snare is likely if the Panzer IV doesn't watch itself through the brush. Again, one AT grenade could spell a disaster for Markov, because that could literally turn the tide of the war, or at the very least this battle, as that Panzer IV would be crippled, bazooka teams could kill it. Because even though I think Markov is doing better with less, he still has less, and if he loses just a little bit more infantry or more armor, that could literally tip the scale easily in Iroha's favor. But Iroha, again, just even with a larger army, is being easily contained, and he needs to break free and spread his wings across the map. As I say this, we have the Jackson rolling on in as the Panzer IV rolls on in. So now we have double Panzer IVs. See how this fares. MG opening fire. It is an MG-34. It's going to need probably armor-piercing rounds to do a heck of a lot more damage. Though, I can see Markov refraining, not trying to use those resources unless absolutely critical. Another 50 cal being made. Wow, we're really focusing on a lot of tier 1 stuff. Honestly, if I'm Markov, and maybe chat agreed with me or disagreed, totally fine. I think a Stuka would be good. Like, look at this. A Stuka could be wonderful against all this stuff. And that, I could see that being next up on Markov's plate. Be like, yes, what do I have? I'll take the Panzer IV roll, I'll take another Panzer IV roll, and I really, really want the Stuka roll to really annihilate the allies. Thank you very much. I say that because I, again, went to a sushi place recently, and they just sent its baseball plates straight on the conveyor belt to them. It was awesome. Anyway. Moving away from the miracles of cuisine, we're now seeing an American advance toward mid. Again, this is a game we've seen Markov continually hold the VPs. Oh, great shot! Yeah, you lost the unit all right. The Reshlan squad with the bazooka absolutely just, oh boy, falls apart. And yeah, that was a big uh-oh for Iroha. Again, still has the infantry lead, but still. Yep, it's just mortars. Sorry, guys. Maybe if I said mortar half strikes, my apologies. But yeah, Iroha's been using his mortars. They have got a good amount of veterancy and a decent amount of kills. So they've done wonders in keeping Markov's units back, and even, I think, killing a Fallschirmjäger squad. So again, solid work there. But this Panzer IV has 17 kills, so we've seen it used very effectively. But now it looks like Iroha's able to really spread his wings. And oh wait, Iroha, you haven't finished the mine yet. It's not done. Iroha, hey man, it's not done. My OCD is really gonna kick into a. No, you don't want to fit. Okay, that's 30 munitions currently on the table. Just pointing it out. Okay. Like I say that he has a lot going on. Panzer IV and a whole good chunk of victory coming on in. This is really where the mortars become a play. Stuka is being served. It should be to Markov's table in about 30 seconds, I would say, until it's ready to fire. Anyway, in the meantime, 50 cal is opening fire, but in negative cover, which makes it more susceptible to enemy fire. Right now, again, also we've seen Iroha take more and more territory, really hoping to alleviate his lack of resources. Mortars are opening fire. Folkvard very low on health. And now the infantry is able to easily move on up. Again, mortars have been very effective. And you know what? I'll say this. Mortars have been effective, and at least he didn't have to, you know, waste time on his fuel. Folkvard walking into a whole hell of a mess, and he's like, nope, I'm out. Hold on. Snare! We have a snare on the new Panzer IV. Jackson coming on, and Stuka firing, though. Hitting the MG. Hitting a second MG. But Panzer IV might not be able to escape. Needs to smoke or something, although direct fire is very high between these competitive players. Does direct fire and misses Jackson. Unfortunately, great mine placement if something was there. Is not, and unfortunately goes down. Panzer IV could roll on in, using a bit of a combat blitz to kill it, but he already used it. Uh-oh. Firing at will. Panzer IV does weaken the Jackson to a low degree, but not enough. It's not enough for him to break the enemy. And alas, 50 cal is recrewed, and the 50 cals are pushed back. Panzer IV could take an opportunity here to cover infantry to kill those mortars as well. Luckily, Markov's still getting a decent amount of resource. Not enough previously, but still enough to where he can theoretically get more armor out soon. But it looks like Iroha is going with a mortar carriage. So Markov could have a little bit of a flashback right there with all the mortar carriages he's deployed. But no, Stuka is on standby. Again, hopefully they can use the Stuka in, 30 seconds? 35. To hopefully neutralize the more support equipment and really start affecting Iroha's manpower. That's the thing I will say. Iroha's manpower has been pretty stable. Think about how much infantry he's covering. He has 3 frontline infantry, 2 anti-armor units, being the lieutenant and major, right? He has 3 MGs, 2 mortars, and 1 echelon, like an engineer support unit. He has so much infantry, but his manpower has not been affected. Why? Because he's done a great job of preservation. He's done an excellent job of retreating when he needs to. And again, not wasting too many resources overall. So he's able to build up this army to the point where he's at pop cap, ladies and gentlemen. He is at pop cap. So right now, Markov is, I mean, not at pop cap, but, you know, 3/4 the way there. So he's also in a good position. But think about Iroha's situation. He had no resources coming in, and he was cornered. He could have easily been diced up like Markov was last game, but no, he held his ground. He smartly retreated when need be, and he got back. So excellent work across the board. Anyway, Raketenwerfer is on the field. Good, thank you, chat, for pointing that out. Incendiary going against the major of the building. And again, I'm assuming he's using the major to keep the Panzer IV at bay with bazooka fire. Again, I will still say Markov does have the VP advantage again, and it's almost like 2.5 to 1 in overall total. I did not expect this game to be this intense, but I'm so glad I picked this. Hopefully you all are enjoying this hell of a game. Lieutenant, though, moving on in. No grenades. Again, upgrades, I will say, so in case you guys are wondering. Ira is choosing not to get those grenades. Jackson does fire on the Panther before pulling on back. Suka comes on in. I think it's going to miss, though. It does a little bit of damage, but not as much as it could have done. Alas. Really need that Suka to target the mortars. I think mortars would have been way better. But whatever the case may be, infantry's pushing on in, driving the Americans back, but they still have enough support. Actually, is that mine? Oh, that's a German mine. Ooh, that could be very deadly if that armor moves up, and then Panther 4 comes in, boom, neutralizes it in one fell swoop. Mortar carriage firing over the building, and trying to keep the infantry at bay. Bazooka team's moving on up to cover. Jackson slowly advancing as well, with infantry providing recon for its maximum fire range. Again, slowly but surely, Iroha has clawed his way back. Oh my, this is incredible. I love the fact he's placing a mine next to the other mine. Oh, will the Echelons clean it? Hopefully they'll clean it. I mean, he has minesweepers, so I'm assuming they will. Yep, there they go. Good job clearing out the mines. Slowly but surely, we've seen this game turn. Ira placing mines, gaining back additional territory, and pushing Markov back. Markov seems to be doing exceptionally well in the early game. Not so much in the middle game and later game portions. Although middle game it's more, I would say he did pretty fine. It's like even split, but yeah, later game he needs to. Yeah, it's not looking great for him. I'll say that. Panther 4 engaging the Major, hoping to get a free wipe. I'm assuming because they're all grouped up. Does miss, however. He is at 24 kills, right? And as like about to get some additional veterancy. Grenade would be excellent right here. Can he fire through the brush? Right from it. Or crush it? Not entirely sure. 50 cal is keeping the infantry at bay. Great suppression across the board. Ooh. Does fire. Doesn't look like he's doing all that much. Stuka coming on in. Okay. Again, kind of curious why you're firing there. Stuka did get veterancy, so it did hurt the imp armor and, you know, get enough, right? So, good. Not like it at least got to vet 1, which should, you know, fire rate a little bit. Oh no, it's incendiary. I forgot they changed that. I always think it's vet 4. But no, that's vet 2 now. Anyway. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not targeting the mortars. Or, like, this entire area. Maybe that's me. Panther is now being brought up to the table. So, again, we could see a counter against the armor. And again, to be clear, we still have air support, right? We still have the airborne assault that can come in and do a lot of damage versus armor and infantry in a certain area. He could use that. It could be very deadly to the armor and wipe all of Ira's units. Now, Ira still has a good amount of fuel in order to replenish that, but manpower-wise, he is very, very conservative in his use. So it could take even more time in that way. Like, look at this. Oh, if only the Stuka. If only the Stuka could see this. The Stuka would literally be, like, just salivating. It'd be like a guy who hasn't eaten 4 days at this target. It's so juicy, so tender, so appetizing. But he might be able to fire it in 25 seconds if they stay there. And by God, hit the mortars. It would be a perfect target. Anyway, Rakadwurfer guarding the left-hand flank. We got ourselves a lot of forces pushing on in. Maybe targeting. Yeah, he's targeting the Panzer headquarters. Solid choice. And the armor's moving on in. Air support might be called in as well. Smoke actually called in. Air support's called in. Oh, holy hell is about to be brought down on the American. But there's a mine here. And no minesweepers are close to that city, making it a very dicey maneuver for this. Being suppressed. Jackson under fire. Panther diving on in. Bazooka team, though, opening fire on the Panther. Going out on the left-hand side. Needs to watch out for mines as well, which we know have been placed. Jackson returning on in. Super coming down. Does hit some of the units and actually kill the MG. Hold on. Jackson is pulling back. Mortar carriage also hit. Air support kind of covering that area. But Bazooka teams are opening fire with AT grenades. They need additional support. MG is suppressed, so we can't really provide that. Panther is going down. And the big counterattack by the Germans. How they're going to break their lines is, yeah, just did not pan out all that well. Mortar carriage is still alive. Jackson is still alive. Armor, though, in mid, I mean, the Panzer IV did break the cover. It is trying to kill the rifleman. I'll give it that. Panzer Quarters did stop it, right? They did kill a mortar, and he's decommissioning it, or he's taking it for himself. That's fine. He did take a 50 count. So, okay, it may have not been a great win in terms of like, oh, he lost, you know, he lost the Panther. Oh my God. But look at it now. 1 MG, right? There was 3. There were 3. 2 of them are now in German hands, right? 2 50 cals are now in German hands. 1 of the mortars are now in German hands. So if the goal was to kill the armor, that failed. That failed miserably. But if the goal was to literally break Iroha's support gun advantage and support infantry advantage, by God, he achieved total victory. Because again, he cut down by 66% in one instance, and oh my God, hold on, Panzer IV, combat blitzing out of there. One last shot does kill the mortar carriage. He needs to get the hell out. Where's the AT gun? Too far away. Volksquad could Faust it. Blitzing. Oh, it's neutralized. All right, well, that could have gone better. Oh, he didn't Faust it? Oh, no, he didn't Faust. Oh, wait, Stuka can come in with a big win right here. Stuka's firing. Oh, no. Another mortar carriage being made. Again, not worth trading a Panzer IV. Oh, damn it. Stuka kind of whiffs. Although, actually got at 20 kills, so it's done decent enough work. Volksquad's trying to put as much pressure on the Volksquads as possible. But I will say this. Armor is down for Markov, but he has the resources to get more. Right? He has easily enough resources. He had himself Jackson. So you still have to worry about that. And now still has a lot of artillery from mortar carriage. Oh, come on. Get the kill. Yes. Another rifleman goes down. We're down to 1 rifleman. Damn. I didn't realize how many men Iroha's lost. Actually, that leaves me a free... That's a free LNG. Almost a dot. Can almost... Wait, hold on. Can he almost... All right, that body was just kicked. Can he almost a dot and pick that up? Also, maybe throw a smoke on these guys. Anyway, no matter what you do, you drove him back. So, excellent job. Double mortar carriage on the field along with the Jack. Why does this seem familiar? Why am I getting flashbacks to the previous game? What? Chat, why am I getting flashbacks? We have double mortar carriages and a Jackson on the field. Oh, God. And again, Markov still has the VP advantage. He still is 2-1 against the enemy. Meaning, even though Markov may not necessarily be winning all the battles, and yes, technically Iroha still has a slightly bigger army until he reinforces that Markov might be a bit higher. Even with all that said, right? Oh God. Like we're seeing a 3.5 to 1 VP advantage. So Markov, even if he starts losing, could just literally pick up his pick up his hammock, relax, and enjoy like a couple minutes of peace and quiet while he regains his army. If he truly needs it. Yeah, time on target could be used to kill the base. Stuka coming on in. Hits the mortar carriage. Almost kill. Oh my God. It actually brought down like 60% of its health. Alright, fair play. Infantry, though, is chilling back at... Like, oh, he's getting... Oh, yep, he's getting a Panzer IV. Okay. Yeah, he's just waiting. It's like, I don't need to, waste my time on getting manpower right now in terms of getting the Panzer... healing my infantry, because then that slows down my manpower, and I don't get it. So, nah, I'm not going to worry. We do have ourselves a major artillery coming into mid. But they easily pull back. But it's basically just to keep the enemy back rather than actually kill someone. But no, now he's using his manpower to slowly get his infantry back up. And again, 4 frontline infantry, 3 MGs, 1 mortar, compared to 1 MG, no mortars, they all died, 2 riflemen, and 1 lieutenant, right? And a major for support. He does have 2 artillery pieces, being the mortar carriages, opening fire, and additional mines. Again, I cannot stress enough. The mines were pretty impactful. I mean, like, yeah, a good mine is pretty impactful for the game. But it looks like the artillery is currently hitting the mortars, which needs to fall back, and as well hurting the Panzer headquarters, which could be huge. if he kills the the Panzer headquarters, because if he kills the Panzer headquarters, no more Panzer IVs, no more Panzer Vs, and no more Jagdpanzers. Also Sedan. So, again, limits the capability of what Markov could deploy. That said, Markov could go King Tiger if he wants to, and just get a big old king. But he would also need a medical facility, and that's the other thing. He's yet to go medical. Usually in a 1v1 sphere, we see a medical, right? We see this medical to just help, easily heal. But no, he's constantly using his resources to heal his men with medics. But overall, he still has a good amount of resources, enough to where he can easily call an airborne assault if he needs to again. Which, again, with 3 pieces of armor, air support may not be a bad idea. Again, Kenworth on standby. The 50 cals are all over here. Blob coming on in. Has to worry about the mortar carriages hitting the blob and causing a lot of damage. We're about to see 4. Yeah, you're right. Oh, here comes the artillery. Minesweepers over there, so don't worry about the mines. Panzer 4 advancing. Oh, the mine! Oh, great shot pushing back the infantry and the armor. Almost kills it, actually. Kenworth does hit the armor. Air support coming on in. Hits the mine. Oh, actually does hurt the infantry. Oh, so close. All 3 units are very low. Where Kenworth is needed and is kind of chilling in the back. Jackson moving on in again with... Oh, retreat. Lost the LMG right. Oh, I guess he stole the LMG with that. Okay. VP is captured again, putting pressure. Air support. Oh, he's around the tail end. He has to be very careful. Don't want to be in that sphere. Panzer IV could move on in. The Kenworth hits the final model. Infantry, though, coming back to screen the armor in case something does happen. And look, something might happen. Armor is advancing. Kenworth, though, is within range. Air support has left the vicinity, though. He needs sight in order for that to achieve. Although, Riflemen are like, wait, free LMG? Free LMG. All right, cool. Oh, Sedan could have a real tough time with double mortar carriage focusing on him. Kenworth needs to pull on back. But again, Lieutenant pushing mid. There's an MG there. The Volk squads are pushing on in. Markov definitely needs more manpower in order to heal his men. And also Panzer IV is kind of crippled, so he needs to pull that the fuck back. And hopefully repairs, which would be great if he upgraded that for repairs. Although I think he was busy somewhere else. I'm not entirely sure. No, he wasn't repairing the Panzer headquarters, so I don't know why he hasn't done either, but hey, it's fine. Wolf squad trying to push back the infantry, but yeah, in a real pickle, so he's gonna die. LMG is gonna kill it. Oh, he doesn't? Maybe the survivability upgrade actually kept him alive. Hot damn, he's actually alive. I'm surprised. Wolf squad, the other one, comes on in, pushes him back. Oh my god, the one about to fire the Faust gets obliterated. They're just literally dropping like flies. They can't even fire the Faust. Anyway, infantry is being suppressed by the other MG, which again is 50 cal stolen. The other MG is moving on in. Could use armor piercing rounds against the Stewards. I'm actually kind of curious how effective that would be. Volk squad about to die. 50 cal is probably going to kill it. Yep, there it goes. Panzer IV moving on in. Stuka is firing right now. Could be, again, hitting a great area if he's lucky. Come on. Oh, MG super low. Hits the mortar carriage. Hurts Jackson a little bit. Again, this unit has a Shrek, so it could weaken it down further. But unfortunately, mortar carriage might drive him back as well. Again, very aggressive plays by Markov. Very lucky he's not losing more. A lot of his infantry was very low. He either did die or, perish. Another LNG. Oh my god. Can this guy pick, or does he already have one? Chat, let me know. Would it be actually effective if he picked up the M1? Just saying, I think it would be. Like, anyway, mortar carriage very low on health, but does manage to push back the Sedan. Time on target coming in to drive the Panzer IV away. For Kenworth just chill on the point, because again, so long as it's not captured, it's a GG for Markov, and there's no physical way to drive him off the point unless he calls time on target, but he called time on target on the right, so no time on target in mid, which would allow Markov to succeed and beat Iroha in a devastating fashion. Again, he's trying to claw his way onto the point, but it cannot be achieved. And And again, we have victory. Let's double check the after action report, shall we? And I say this. I want to highlight this after action report because I do want to cover, chat, one very important thing. I want to cover one very important thing. So in my predictions, I do predictions, right? Nobody. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. One person voted for Markov to win this with 10 points. 2,700 points were put. 100. It literally, Twitch is like 100% chance. Like it doesn't even register 99.9. 100% chance Ira will win this game. Guess what? That did not happen. Yeah, look. It's always good to sometimes bet because a miracle could happen. There's been a couple miracles this week. You had the amazing baseball game that was on the Field of Dreams. That was itself a miracle. And you had the miracle of Markov coming in clutch, recovering in the second half of the game, defeating Ira for a 1-1 victory. Game right now. That's where we're at. Excellent maneuver. Excellent job right there with Markov coming back in. Best unit. Jackson did a considerable amount of damage. Again, never lost it and managed to easily destroy a lot of armor. Markov, on the other hand, armor did get 52 kills. Eventually, Asuka started getting some great hits. Volk squads, I want to say, definitely got some good strikes in. Yeah, did a decent amount right there. Overall, good overall percentage. Let's see. I guess Riflemen and such did pretty well, things considered. But no, the mortar carriages were the only thing I'm like, are these actually turning the tide? I know a lot of people are choosing them. I just don't know how much game impact they're having overall. But goddamn, excellent game. But that's game 2. I guess we're going to move on to game number 3. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17. I'm currently casting a game live on Twitch with a prediction. So if you have not voted, I would highly recommend voting after, R2 Twitch got a ton of points last game. Point is, this is a 1v1 with Nos Markov, I just been calling him Markov, versus Ira with something else. I cannot pronounce that. My apologies. Anyway, we are seeing both sides winning a key battle, actually. Both of them, unfortunately, did lose it, as the Americans. But, still, does not mean that the Americans are underpowered. It just maybe means the mortar carriage is not the way to go. Debatable. Point is, we'll see how things fare without an American. Now we have the Soviets coming into play. Although, weirdly enough, all 3 of them have gone with OKW. No Austere, which is really weird, because you figure Austere is the personal favorite of the tournament competitive scene. But no, OKW has actually been on the forefront. Anyway, with Panzer Fusiliers, that's what Ira's bringing to the table. Brought to you by Grey Defensive. Lots of cool abilities. No overall airstrikes, though. We've seen close air support. We've seen, airborne assault? So, yeah. No, we're seeing Sturms pushing back the conscripts very easily. Panzer Fusiliers are going to take over this position. Again, Sturms and Panzer Fusiliers pushing against them, trying to keep them at bay while additional forces, I guess, just sit there. You really like that, Loki? Okay, there we go. You just realized. Now, in case you're wondering, Greyshot, why go Panzer Fusiliers? Well, if he's versing a Soviet, even though Panzer Fusiliers are a little bit weaker than Volk, they're actually not too bad versing conscripts. And overall, especially when you upgrade them, they can get very good, especially long range. So that makes sense, right? That kind of makes sense. But we'll have to see how things fare. Right now, fuel-wise, Markov is taking his uncontested. Meanwhile, Ira has to fight over the other one with an engineer squad. Actually, he's ignoring it just to push back the conscripts. So he can grab it. Engineers, of course, can't win against Sturms in a normal fight, but in a building or from long range, they can harass them enough and force their attention away. So this allows the Panzer Fusilier squad to go for the position, while the Sturm squad, I guess, tries to keep them at bay. Meanwhile, Markov sending more men. Again, luckily with the conscript build, Markov has more men on the field. So that allows him, to grab more territory, which early on does pay dividends. We saw in the previous game how the focus on VPs really cemented Markov as a leader throughout majority of that game. So we can maybe see the same thing repeat here. Ira, though, is probably not going to go down without a fight, and by God, he's bringing in a lot of Punchable Slayers, hopefully to drive the conscripts away. And right now, in good cover against conscripts, well, no cover, they have a good advantage, at least in the early onset. Meanwhile, Sturms and Punchable Slayers try to push back these conscripts as they flank from the side. Engineers with a flamethrower now, a bit more of a, you know, deadly threat they have to deal with. One squad, unfortunately, had to pull back, and we've yet to see additional squads move in. More conscripts are being pulled into the fight, and Punchable Slayers, while, you know, in heavy cover by a car, still has to contend with the squad, you know, decapping additional territory. Punchable Slayers and Sturms can no longer hold out, and while they gave a good fight, conscripts with a flamethrower is something it's just hard to combat. Really hard to fight. And very funny, chat. Very funny. Point is, we do see those conscripts moving on in with the flamethrower. Punchable Slayer having a real rough time. Now being hit by like 3 units. Additional squads on standby. Luckily, Ira is going to make up for the issues that at the hand of such defeats, and looks like is going to get mech squads to hopefully heal all of his infantry up to full health. Combine that with, again, Punchable Slayer's upgrades requiring a certain upgrade, right? Any converted headquarters? Well, guess what? Hopefully gets that soon, right? Yeah, you would need this upgrade. So as soon as it gets this upgrade, he'll be able to get this upgrade. And once it gets that upgrade, the conscripts, while they have numerical superiority, will not have fire superiority. Actually, funny enough, if we're going into, like, historical stuff, I'm actually kind of, I watched a video actually dealing with firepower, dealing with weapons like Guadalcanal. It's on the World War II channel. Really interesting stuff. So, again, very curious how, like, you would think that the Japanese having weaker weapons would make them easier to, you know, be like, oh, the American 1 Grand is more reliable and, you know, has more stopping power. But no, the Japanese weapons are still pretty considerable based on the terrain they have at doing what they need to for ambushing. So it's like, oh, that's something you want to hear. But in any capacity, great job overall with the Punchable Slayers on right, managing to push back the conscripts. Hopefully they can get some support to drive back the current MG problem that they're about to face, with double MG34s about to be on the field rather than just one. Meanwhile, Markov is upgrading the spoiled weapon Campania, so he's finally getting that. Curious to see if he gets a heavy mortar. I've seen this thing really dominate the field of battle recently, especially with its heavy HE shots. So curious to see if Markov brings that out. Definitely guard infantry would be good, though with 4 conscripts that could be really, really heavy on manpower draining. So just pointing that out there. Again, slowly but surely, we're seeing some territory being taken, but conscripts just harassing the Fusiliers where they can. There are some mines out as well, so he needs to watch out for that. And again, no sweepers, so he can't detect them. So most likely those Fusiliers or Sturms or MGs will lose 2 models guaranteed. Conscripts actually moving on in. They do have a cocktail that they can throw of a burning variety. So again, hopefully they can throw it at this position. He's jumping over the fence again. Not sure if that was on purpose or what, but does retreat. Decapping this point does keep, again, a lot of resources cut off, such as 11 munitions from Iroha. So again, early on, Markov is doing what he does best, which is very, very effective, engagements that cut off territory, keep the VPs under his control, and even with weaker infantry or less, he's able to do a lot more. So again, Markov, really someone to keep your eye on right now, because again, I know Ira, sorry. I'm butchering the name. I do heavily apologize. But anyway, doing a very good job against his opponent. But that being said, it's like, wow, I'm surprised by how much Markov was able to keep up. Honestly, in the first game, Markov's biggest issue was the fact he kept giving the Germans his light vehicles. And I'm not even joking. He literally gave the Germans a Stuart. But we'll see how things fare. Now, with the Punchable Slayers upgraded, Iroha has a better shot of breaking through the conscript line. And it seems like he's making some headway across the board. Punchable Slayers engaging up north. Though, again, he's versing a Vet 1 conscript squad. And hopefully gets into Vet 2 pretty quick. But we'll see. Mortar is being brought in, so we do see that, along with guard troops. They do have DPs, so that is a solid counter versus OKW forces. And the mortar could easily deal with the MGs, so excellent counter. Now, unfortunately, the Rakad Morpher is something I'm actually a little confused on. I'm assuming he went it because he's like, oh, we have not seen any Soviet weapons or anything like that. Has to be a T-70, right? Has to be going for a T-70. But that's absolutely not the case. Markov is yet to get the base for that, so we're not going to see light armor out pretty soon. More upgrades, by the way, for Iroha, and he's somehow moving around the mines. I guess he just got lucky, because he can't detect them at all. Or maybe he saw it being, oh no, the retreat! Oh, he's very lucky on that one. That could be, well, he's not lucky on that one. Lost 2 models. Now it's guards versus Fusiliers, and overall guards are a good, commendable unit to hold the Panzer Fusiliers back, and also good job killing the cover. Now you just need to worry about all the incoming Soviets. Hold on, MG as well guarding the flank. Conscripts though looks like they were suppressed going in the cover. Meanwhile, we do have more conscripts grabbing the VP. Again, right now, 160 points are for Markov. So I know Iroha, based on the prediction by chat, is the person that is favored to win. But I don't know. Again, I'm just kind of looking at this. Great, by the way, excellent stun. Really nice stun. Get close and then try to put damage. Unfortunately, Molotov does work and force it back enough to where the engineer squad will probably win that battle. So he's like, I'll just reinforce it, heal it, and bring it back for another fight, rather than wasting manpower on a fight I know I'll lose. Anyway, they're fighting with the conscripts. Most likely, you can hear those shots ping out across the field of battle, easily forcing the enemy back. And yeah, right now we're seeing Panzer Fusiliers counter the conscripts pretty effectively. It's really when those guards come in that they're able to hold the line. But across the board, Iroha's managing to turn the tide in many key instances. For example, looks like he'll be able to gain supremacy over the region where there's one VP, and he's capturing the one in mid. Meanwhile, conscripts are being forced back. Now, this doesn't mean conscripts are useless now against Panzer Fusiliers, because I mentioned they're weaker, but they do have an upgrade that does allow them to be more competitive, which is, again, increasing their squad size. Now, I should say, just to be clear, doesn't mean they're going to win. 7-man squads are great, but I think the G43 upgrade for the Fusiliers is still better. I still think it allows them to gain supremacy over that infantry. However, even a better fighting force of just a single model is enough to where if you have enough with, more numbers, so they'll be able to do something. They might be able to even beat squads more effectively. Anyway, 2 fresh squads come on in to pull back the Fusiliers. They're trying to focus on the conscript, but yeah, no dice. Mortars as well, trying to focus on some of the MGs, I assume, and they've weakened them down a little bit. Great grenade, by the way, on the retreat. Excellent work by Markov. Almost kills the unit, but unless I'm mistaken, the Vet 2 Stern Pioneer upgrade, veterancy upgrade is survivability. I want to say it's Vet 2. Chat, I'll click it, and I can't wait to be proven wrong if it is not. But I swear, yep, it is survivability. Greyshot is not completely insane. Not yet, anyway. Molotov being thrown does weaken the Fusiliers greatly, and with 2 conscripts focusing, that squad will be forced back. It literally is like, no, it's inconceivable. I can't lose the conscripts. He might lose the unit if the conscripts get lucky. And unfortunately, no luck, the squad survives. Again, a lot of manpower currently under Iroha's control, along with fuel. Conscript's very low on health, my god. It's like, we're barely keeping things together. We're probably going to need to go to a field hospital. And the commissar is like, that's great, go capture the point, then I'll send you back. Small push on left. I mean, there's no forces here, so they could easily bust right through and hopefully take a good chunk of territory. Well, if they don't hit mines first, then Stern Pioneer is the first casualty of that. Now we have... Wait, what? Oh! Yeah, Markov has gone all the way to the final building. Okay. And you know what? He's actually in a good state. He could get a T-34. And I meant by T-34, I meant the 85, not necessarily the 76. So if he gets an 85 out in like, what, 15 minutes? Yeah, I would say Iroha may have a small problem on his hands. Because while the thing can't hit to save its life, when it does hit, it packs a wall up, and its armor is good enough where it can, relatively speaking, deal with a rectangle. I would say relatively speaking. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I would say it's better. I would say like it's better than a 76, absolutely. Sturm Pioneers are coming on in. MG is able to suppress the infantry, not enough. Panzer Fusiliers moving on in against all this stuff. And a grenade being thrown. Lucky retreat manages to save the unit, I think, from taking even more losses. 85 is in production and will be on the field before the 15-minute mark. Iroha is managing to upgrade his Panzer headquarters. He'll be able to upgrade his base, and then he's like 3 minutes away from getting armor. So that 85 has a good period of time where it's number 1. Though, I think Iroha realizes his deficiencies and is getting a second Rakan Orpher. 2 Rakan Orphers is enough, easily, to hold on to that position. I do find it weird this Panzer headquarters is right here, just not firing. I don't know if this is a mistake on his part. I'm assuming he wanted to cover, but it's not covering. It's not stopping this area from being, taken over by the enemy. Now again, positive, negative. Positive is, yeah, sure, it's at the very least it's not being engaged. Although maybe the 85 might be moving in there pretty quick. Where's that Rakan Orpher going? I have no idea. Oh my god! 85 just executes the Rakan Orpher. Holy god! Alright, now the Soviets have an AT gun. Okay then. That was an execution. That was an absolute execution by that 85. Solid work. That grenade did okay. Order did exceptionally well. Oh god. Oh, we had a small little push by Iroha that managed to take some territory, and in one fall swoop, yeah, the table has turned pretty effectively. Oh my god. Yeah, that might be. I mean, it's gonna be hard. Iroha unfortunately doesn't have the VPs to rely on to be like, I'm just gonna sit back. No. He's literally like, oh shit, I need to engage, otherwise things are going to fall apart real quick. Again, T-34 opening fire against the Sturm. Rakan Orpher again on standby. Hans Fusiliers pushing back the concert. Again, they need a wipe. You need to get a wipe with those Fusiliers. And he might try to go for a grenade. He will. Grenade being thrown. Good. Might get a model. Gets 2. Again, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get a wipe. He'll get maybe one more model. Nope, he won't. But I get the pressure that Iroha's facing. He needs to get that decisive blow. He needs something in order to do it. But is it going to be like him just, again, focusing and prioritizing and getting that kill, like getting that great shot? Or is it going to turn into a battle of the Philippines where the Japanese are like, alright, we're going to launch this grand naval offensive. It'll neutralize the American Navy and we'll win the war. And then in turn, they actually blow up their entire Navy. Well, majority of it, I should say, in 2 failed attacks and 1 that did okay, but a suicidal American destroyer literally stops that from happening. Again, he expected to retreat. That did not happen. Fusilier, very low on health. 7 main conscripts are holding the line. MG suppressing him. And this grand offensive is somewhat working. He's driving the Soviet back to his base, and he's capturing territory. So, again, all gas, no brakes, and he's doing all pretty effective at that. But how long can this continue under constant border pressure, and the fact that Soviets are reinforcing literally outside the battlefield where they're engaging right now. Well, I'll tell you right now, Conscript tried to flank. Hands right quarter stopped him, so that's good. And MG managed to grab mid, so it temporarily worked, right? It was a temporary win. But I have no idea how long that's going to last, because Markov's just coming right back in. He's grabbing all the territory, moving up his AT. None of the units died. If anything, they just got veterancy. And now being upped with 7-man squads where they can. And now guards are literally straight for the VP. So the small lead, the small gain the Iroha got lasted like 10 VP points. So that's what I mean. It's like you need to hit the enemy, knock him out, and keep him back for longer than 10 V or oh goddamn, it was 6 VP points actually. All right, counterattack's coming. Iroha is saving up for a Panther. He has to. He has to have something that can go toe-to-toe with an 85. And the Panther is great because not only can go toe-to-toe, it typically can win against an 85. So, you know. Luckily, KO2 doesn't have, like, the Panthers, hey, you have a 50% chance at any time for the Panthers just have engine damage. Anyway, guard troops push back. They manage to take over the right. Middle, not so much. Conscripts hold on. And moving in to reinforce the left. Mortar fire as well. Looks like it's about to come on in. Thanks to the 120. I get this. The MG34 has lasted pretty long. Grade AT grenade. 85 is currently out of action. Or at the very least damaged engine for a little bit. So we'll probably keep it out of the action. But I'm actually kind of curious. Is Markov going to get another 85? Or something else? No worry, Matt Stank. It's totally fine. I've had that happen before. I'm like, why is this audio all wrong? Someone having all the tournament streams that open right now for those who are watching on YouTube later. Again, there's like 5 people actively casting, so make sure you guys check out this tournament. I will make sure when I put this on YouTube to leave the link down below so you can check out when the tournament's still going on. It's going to go on for many weeks. This isn't a simple cut thing, but the grand prize, I think, is like, I could be wrong, check. It could very well be wrong, but I think it's like $3,000 for the prize. So again, solid effort. Speaking of solid efforts, remember when I said a Panther was probably likely? Yeah, fuck that. Tiger tank. Alright. The Tiger is coming out, and it is right now their last ditch effort to turn the tide. And to be fair, yeah, that's a good unit to have. Here's the problem. Mark target. Mark target can make that heavy tank very, very susceptible. Very, very susceptible. So again, we'll see. It's going to be coverage. And right now, I know Iroha's pretty good at coverage. So we'll see how things fare out. Tiger tank advancing. No mines, it looks like, from the Soviets. Tiger tank's literally just driving straight into the enemy lines. And or maybe he's hiding by the house. No, he's moving on in. He's got himself an MG. Oh, no Panzer Commander. Oh wait, he can't do that because it's a Tiger, right? Only the King Tiger, not a normal Tiger. Because this thing has already got Command Tiger abilities. Oh, low wrong. He fired the AT. Sorry, did the AT grenade, then he fired the AT shot. You need to fire the AT shot, then do the grenade, so you can cripple the Tiger. All right. Okay, W is leading a major counterattack. Looks like it is faring pretty well. Soviet forces have been driven back to their base. The last Nova Kenmore for those, so SU-85 might be able to slowly push back the Tiger. Stern Pioneers could come on in. They do have repair functionality active with the support package that allows them to heal quicker, although they are down the model, so that'll take a little longer. Soviet assault up north with multiple conscripts coming in. Oh my god, and the guards. Yeah, each with like pretty high kill counts, all things considered. So, excellent counterattack. Again, right now, Iroha's still not out. He needs to capture another VP and hold it. That's the big thing. But alas, he just hasn't been in a position to do that. I think a support gun might be, focus it, or I don't know. You're gonna need something. Punctual Slaves though, bet 5, even against 7-man conscript, are pretty good lead. Conscript's in a building, though. Different story, unless you throw a grenade, but I don't know if he wants to do that. Unless he wants to throw it on the door, but there's 2 doors. Oh. Anyway, guards and, oh, conscripts are just chilling in the smoke. Yep, grenade throws right through it, and Vent 4 upgrade for them. Nice. Tiger Tank's back up as well. Fire. Misses the shot. Not as impressive as that 85. Sorry, the 85 shot killing the Recadwer on retreat was, it's my favorite. It's probably my favorite shot of the day so far. There's been a lot of good things that happened today. Fusiliers, though, again, are getting the reputation they absolutely deserve as they dominate the Soviet infantry. Vet 4 and Vet 5, respectively, terminating everything. Might be able to kill an engineer squad, which would be a subtle win for repairs, forcing Markov to use, you know, munitions, which you would probably rather use it for other things. Anyway, T-34 and his 285 repositioning as Recadwer moves on in. Vet 2, Tiger and Recadwer could focus and neutralize the S-285 if they're lucky. Or, you know, kill the 120. That's also another huge win. Recadwer's keeping the armor back and into the base. I did miss the shot. Kill it! Kill it, Papa! 120 needs to die, and it does. Huzzah! Win. 85 under fire. Infantry moving on in. Maybe throw a safety grenade. Oh! They're a Recadwer for the flank! And now under marked target. 120 does manage to stay under Soviet control and not die, though Tiger's trying everything it can, even though it's just being shot while, you know, marked. And he makes it back to base. That Soviet is a hero of the Rodina as he brings the precious equipment back into the field, medical facility. Now, Iroha, again, and Markov are pretty neck and neck, but one thing, again, they're not, is VPs. He needs the VP stats. With double Recadwer, he's going to focus on the position, remove that cover, and hopefully grab that position. He's moving on up with Recadwer. They are grouped up, and the 120 could still do a lot of work. So, but if they, again, pop a flare, which is live, I think. Yep, there goes the flare. Recadwer could try to target, but as you can see, the armor is hidden in the base pretty firmly, so the Recadwer probably won't, you know, get that. Panzer Fusiliers are in heavy cover, making it very unlikely one conscript could approach and easily capture it. Okay, you're probably gonna need 2, maybe 3. Meanwhile, Markov has decided, you know what, alright, they want to entrench, that's fine, that's all dandy. I'll, you know, bring in a Katyusha to deal with it. Recadwer gets a shot, Tiger Tank trying to hold the infantry back, Panzer Fusilier hiding in the smoke. I'm actually kind of curious as to maybe the 120 is focusing and he doesn't want to deal with that. Additional Fusiliers are in the smoke as well. One squad just chilling, just walking over to the VP, because why not? 85 is under heavy fire. Also, engine crit from the AT grenade is still active. So if they can focus, they can maybe kill it, but they'll need to focus everything they got in order to kill it and hold back the infantry. Right now, Iroha needs a miracle, and right now I think a Panzer IV might be that. It might be a weird instinct to get a Panzer IV, but you need something to fight infantry, and also with Panzer Commander, you can call it artillery. Although, you need to have munitions for that, but, you know, problems for another time. 85 healed and ready to move back in. Fires, does miss target, but does a little bit of health damage. So it doesn't kill a model, but does just enough. Now, again, we have ourselves the... Oh, God. They're trying to do what they can to drive back the conscripts. Do a really good job. Tiger Tank moving on in. Hits the 85, but Vet 2. Again, solid work. No Recadwer to speak of. Slowly coming on in. 85 still in a good... like, look. Sorry. Like, the 85 still doing a lot of work. And the Tiger Tank as well. Even though it hasn't got a ton of kills, I gotta respect it for how much it has put out damage-wise and trying to hold back infantry-wise. Recadwer is opening fire, armor at a weakened state, both under 50%. 85 could die right here, right now to one more shot. Recadwers are both out of range. Tiger Tank focusing on the guards to drive it back, but conscripts just chilling. Like, alright, cool. You fight for mid, I'm gonna win this game. But what's this? We have a little bit of a sneaky maneuver. Iroha trying to reposition, take the other side, but there was a conscript lying in wait. There's too many conscripts apparently, or maybe not. Huntsville Slayers under heavy fire, literally under fire. But luckily, Cat went first to take mid, which is good. Dusha looks like it didn't really get a single kill. And on the left, the Huntsville Slayers managed to stop the VP bleed. We have 21 points remaining. It's do or die. And Iroha does not intend to die without a fight as the Tiger Tank continues to pound mid with an MG supporting. Veteran Team 4, my apologies, MG34. Katusha, though, coming on in. Mark Target is also in effect. Oh, no, but no longer shall it be. Trying to kill the Canwarfer, unable to, but they do hold on to mid. Now the Huntsville Slayers are chilling, probably should have been in cover, grenade being thrown. Little off, which might cost them, but luckily G43s are good enough to where they can hold back the conscripts even while on fire. And he needs to hold on for dear life. Only had a few more men, he could probably kill that squad. But alas, he does pull on back. Tiger Tank still holding back the infantry of 16 kills, although 85 is at 19. Canwarfer focusing Vet 3 on the Su-85, driving it back. Getting some great shots, though I will say Markov, if he loses an armored unit, could easily get another. For Canwarfer opening fire, though, hopefully, maybe not. Okay, no, just pulling back. Out of mid. Middle will fall, which is not something Iroha... Oh my god! What is with the Canwarfers today? The 85 is their kryptonite as it once again neutralizes it on retreat. God damn. Anyway, G43 is heading over to the right-hand side. Huntsville Slayers making one last desperate attempt as middle falls to Soviets. Meanwhile, again, we have another squad chilling on left. Unless a miracle happens. Unless we have a miracle. I just don't see it. Tiger Tank trying to break through. Just not enough manpower. That's the biggest issue I see. Maybe get a kill in the conscript. That could be a nice little subtle win. Although it looks like the conscript just doesn't care. It's gonna die. Alright, well, they'll decap the point at the very least. But they need another one. VPs are falling, and an attack on mid is likely. Tiger Tank moving on in, repositioning. Canwarfers firing, but missing the shots. G43s rolling on in, but all the infantry's holding firm. They needed to do somewhere else. Stern Pioneers push back. Tiger Tank at half health. Grenades being thrown. Artillery needs to be fired, but nothing can be brought. Tiger Tank super low, about to fall, and Canwarfer, the Soviet Canwarfer, takes down the mighty Tiger Tank. And with that, Markov does it again and wins it against Iroha in a stunning victory. Again, another great game. Manages to win the day. Iroha managed to steal the Stuart, but victory was achieved with a stolen Canwarfer. Excellent game. What a game. Hot damn. Solid work, all things considered. Again, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, this is a best of 3, right? So that would be it for this round. I want to say. I could be wrong with that because right now there's so many games going on. I can't imagine them going for best of 3. Yeah, exactly. The mighty Tiger falls to a Canwarfer that the Soviets stole. And what do we have at our disposal, ladies and gentlemen? What is brought up? Well, let's get into it, shall we? Yeah, good bet, Spectre. We have 35,000 damage done from Markov's perspective, and top kills. Positive KD for the Soviets. Top unit was the conscript, 65 kills. Although I'm assuming the G43, not yet, they got more kills. I'm just pointing out there, they're very good once they get their G43 upgrades. Huntsville Slayers are pretty strong. And again, he just lost one of them overall. So, good fight, all things considered. But, even with that said, even with a better infantry unit, numbers mattered and tactics mattered. And right now, holding the map did wonders. But that being said, Iroha is not out of the woods yet. No, he's been eliminated from the upper bracket, but he now falls into the lower bracket, unless I'm mistaken. This is the best of 5. But as far as I recall, this is just a best of 3. Again, you can check out the brackets by hitting exclamation brackets, and you can see how things go. But I believe that is a major upset. Markov is further down on the overall leaderboard. So again, excellent job on that victory. Going actually into other victories right now, which is actually kind of interesting. Hold on. When Soviets go positive, when you know they did well. Thank you, 151. I would agree with that. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17, and I'm here today with GB the Lieutenant. We're about to watch a shit show because we're about to see Kimbo use partisan tactics.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is part of a tournament run by Ovadi and Airborne, so make sure you go support them. I will leave links down below if this is later on YouTube, or go on Twitch and check out the brackets, stuff like that, so you can check out all the different content creators who are casting right now, or set everything up, or modding, or whoever supports this tournament. Make sure you go support them all, because they all do such great work across the board. But right now, what you're here to see is two highly competitive players duking it out. And Lieutenant, who do we got at the table?
Well, on the south, we got the old guard defending his reputation, Kimbo, all the way from Poland, playing partisans, early game aggression and enhancing that early game aggression already with the commander pick partisans. And in the north, we got Quiritz. He's been around for quite some time in the Master League, never made it like in the finals or something, but he's got some Master League points, so he got some tournament experience, and we'll have to see if he can maybe dethrone Kimbo and bring Kimbo in the lower bracket. If he has a good day.
He's one of those players where it's like, oh, he's not number one, and then he still consistently is like batting like.
Yeah, but he's always able to contest, you know? He's always
Yeah.
able to contest, and we'll have to see if he can contest Kimbo today successfully.
Yeah, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see if he's a Krillin to the Goku or a Vegeta to the Goku in this round, essentially. But one thing of note for Kimbo, he's actually going 2 engineers and 1 sniper, and then eventually going conscripts. So that's going to delay the amount of men on the field, which may give Quiritz a bit of an edge in grabbing resources, maybe putting the pressure on the VP.
Well, not necessarily the amount of men, but the quality definitely goes down a little bit. Because he wants that sniper early out, so and that's expensive, so you need that second combat engineer to get some map pressure. But he has not the most effective combat force.
Yeah, the MG already put some pressure on it. Sniper focusing on the pioneers while the engineers engage them. MG repositioning behind the bush, and I think
Grenadiers, yeah.
They're trying to chase down the sniper.
Yes, you're already looking for that sniper. Quiritz smells blood. With cocky Kimbo still taking a shot.
He's getting the cover to take another. I guess he's hoping that they won't do enough damage, although he's down to half health. Does he have medics? He's doesn't have them yet.
He's getting another conscript, so... Oh, that combat engineer. And that Gren. Oh.
Yeah.
If the sniper had just a tiny little bit more HP, I think Kimbo would have went for the sniper on the final model, or thrown a sniper in the process, but... He was like half health. He could have probably won that against a one model Gren. Oh, I'm a little bit louder than you.
Oh, I fixed it. I realized why. My Discord, I have the feature automatically boost other people. Oh! He killed the Pioneer with the sniper!
Oh!
I think.
Oh, yeah, he did. Quiritz says no Pioneer anymore.
It's vanished.
That's annoying. And Kimbo somehow still managed to keep map presence, because he got that second combat engineer all the way on the right, just capping everything. But he's gonna lose the cutoff in the front of his base, so...
Up. And here comes the partisan group.
Ah, yes.
Good maneuvering. He got around the MG that got placed, and he's going in on it. Remember, these partisans don't have PPSHs, so don't expect them to do too much damage, but they can still cause enough to force the MG out of its position.
Yeah, exactly. And when he gets the PPSHs and the camouflage, that MG, it's gotta be on its toes and ready to get flanked. Because these boys are sneaky.
Yeah, no, he's incredibly... Oh, wait! What do we have here? Quiritz, again, going a doctrine where the infantry do have a bit of a sprint.
Yeah, Jaeger infantry. Very solid choice.
So again, hopefully he can catch up to that sniper and put it down, because the sniper doesn't have... Wait, do they have medics yet? They do not. Not yet.
No, they do not.
So while
That's-
all this, I'm sorry, while all this is great, he until he gets that the heals up, he just can't physically bring the sniper up to the combat strength it was before. So he's be extremely cautious.
Well, can't. He's already making his way to the front line to take one shot and then sneakily run away again.
God damn. Again, great use by him. Great maneuver.
It's still
right
a little
now-
extra damage in on the opponent.
Yeah, and now we have a bit of a traffic jam because Kimbo is slowly healing his med.
Yeah, and that one combat engineer, you know, early on in the game, he traversed the whole map from the right and he ended in the cutoff of Quiritz, putting a mine down, baiting in the Jaeger command squad. It's a glorious play by Kimbo because it's like a lot of effort to micro a sniper and a unit all across the map just to get everything.
I'm sorry, this capturing is annoying. We have fuel on the left taken.
Yeah.
We have the engineer going in and grabbing territory, cutting off resources by Quiritz. But then again, Kimbo lost his capture point next to his base momentarily by Quiritz. Like, they're all just running around the map, decapping territory.
Just capping everything everywhere.
Yeah.
This is interesting, you know, like Quiritz went for the one thing that could bully the sniper and the partisans. You cannot see something you cannot... you cannot shoot something you cannot see. With camouflaged MGs and camouflaged infantry, the sniper will, well, have some issues at bleeding Quiritz.
Yeah, but the other thing I can absolutely see happening is, and again, just to be clear, we have Battle Phase 1 and also the Tier 2 building we made by the Austere. So, Scout Car. I could easily see a Scout Car trying to chase this thing down.
Yeah, definitely. And it's still at half health, I think. So, yeah, like one volley is probably enough to take it out.
But there's actually a Jaeger command squad just camouflaged by a bush. I'm assuming he wants Kimbo to move up his sniper, be aggressive, and he can just pop a shot and kill it.
Yeah, like if we get 2 crits in with that command squad, sniper's dead.
Yeah. And then also all those partisans engineers running across the map are laying down mines, which will delay the counterattack even further.
Yeah, and Quiritz has no sweeper and no ammo at the moment to do so. He's getting G43s instead.
I mean, solid choice. At least it gives you a boost in firepower for infantry, even on the move.
Yeah, but with the amount of mines that Kimbo has already, well, started to plant, I think you want to get that sweeper when you're 2-2.
Hold on. Grenadiers might get a wipe here. Oh no, sniper covered! Not enough damage, and the engineers survived. Alright.
Kimbo started off pretty strong, I feel. Got a nice wipe on the Pioneer.
Yeah,
Almost
no,
wipe.
definitely.
Yeah.
And you have to be so careful because that sniper is just wearing down the infantry. Oh, we got a Shrek?
Yeah, but he might run into his own mine and the 2-2 might detonate. Oh! Oh! The sweeper just popped! The sweeper just popped! And now Kimbo will pay the price of being a greedy bastard. His partisans will die just as they got the Shrek, but they dropped the Shrek!
They dropped the Shrek! Ladies and gentlemen, there's an engineer squad that's like, oh, it's Christmas.
Yeah, or you could pop in another partisan, get double Shrek partisan.
Yep. No, he gave it the Shrek. But here's the counter. Kimbo's getting a T-70.
Oh yeah. So it's only a minor setback, the loss of the Shrek partisan. It was probably there anyway.
Scout car! Look at the scout car. He's looking for the sniper. He found it.
Oh, he gets
Can he kill it?
Probably, right? Will he get it?
He did.
There you go. He got it. Oh.
Here's
he
the
got
thing.
a full Sandy T70 now. Is there a teller, Greyshot? I don't think he had the ammo to make a teller, do you think?
No, I'm
Not
not.
matter.
I mean, he could. The 222 died while retreating. Conscript threw an AT grenade to finish it off.
I didn't saw that conscript there.
Neither did Quiritz, and he
neither
paid
did
the price.
Yeah, he did pay the price.
Kimbo, sorry, someone in chat brought up a good point. Do you think Kimbo builds another sniper?
Yeah, of course. Of course he will. He's already saving the manpower, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, again, we're right now seeing a situation. Oh, nice shred. Alright, so at least keeps T70 back for a moment. Oh, never mind, the engineers are right there.
Pretty nice to have the Shrek on the engineers. We'll fat them up a little bit quicker. Too bad that the 2 is already dead. So
Yeah,
engineers. Yeah.
that could have been really useful. But we are seeing, though, is a pack gun being brought up. So, or Quiritz is developing it, so hopefully he can use that to keep his territory covered.
Yeah,
Kimbo covers his, while
yeah.
stopping the cutoff.
I'm wondering if we'll get more partisans or not. I hope we get to see one more. More partisans.
More
I want to
partisans,
see the
some
PPSH partisans if possible.
Yeah, I do want to see how effective they are, especially against infantry with G43s.
Yeah. Like if they can ambush them like some cheap commandos from Camo, maybe.
God.
They could be proved to be a big nuisance.
Oh, absolutely. Ousting the T70 again, but this time Pack is coming in. But I think the T70 will just back up into the base, or maybe Kimbo will think, "Oh, I'm fine." Just keep it right outside.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
I thought he put the Shrek on the flamethrower squad, but now he keeps them on 2 different squads. It's a good idea, I guess, because if you lose one, you don't lose the flamer and the Shrek.
Yeah.
Talking about losing a squad. Will this engineer go down? I don't know. If he pulls in that other grenadier, if he moves that in a better spot, he might have got good.
Oh, T70 almost walks into a Panzerfaust.
Oh, that back shot, a nice attack round. Nice showing of skill by Quiritz. Master of the attack round and the pack.
Seems like it. Most of the infantry got pushed back by those either the Grenadiers or the Jaeger Command Squad. More cons. Oh, a new sniper on the field.
Of course. Of course, of course.
Alright, look, one question I have. Okay, so Quiritz is yet to upgrade the Battle Phase 2. So,
Oh, did you saw that? You saw it too,
I saw
right?
it.
The sniper. The potential, yeah, I think he's going for it anyway. Was not sure. But he decides to get it anyway.
Here's my problem. Well, again, Quiritz, again, I think with a sniper duel, it would be great. As soon as Kimbo realizes where that sniper is, he might deploy partisans to try to counter it.
And you know, like you will realize within a second, because he got radio intercept, so Kimbo will know exactly what's going on in the HQ of Quiritz. And on top of that, he also got the spy network to see the exact position of the sniper if he wants to.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's 100% true. You can't surprise Kimbo with a sniper ambush. It's just not possible.
It's gonna be very fucking hard.
Oh, the conscripts are very low.
Hard.
Oh, sniper!
What happened? What happened? Oh!
It's very low, but Panzerfaust on T70, infantry opening fire.
Oh, that was a very nice back shot too.
God, he's just charging his men in to kill something, but it's just not working.
Yeah. This is probably what makes super annoying to play against Kimbo. You're always so close, but no cigar.
Yeah.
Except maybe on this conscript? No.
No, they'll weaken them down, but so far, we just haven't been able to see a confirmed kill against Kimbo's infantry, at least in these engagements.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We got Flamethrower unit on the right, trying to capture territory. Pioneer Squad having a rude awakening.
dude.
Wait, Sniper accidentally walks into a fight with a Grenadier, but still
Ooh.
managed to walk away just fine.
I guess he got lucky there.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Cocky Kimbo.
50-50.
Ah,
Missed.
he missed it. The Jet Kimbo moving in a sniper in a 2v1. Oh, but the Jaeger command squad, surely. Oh, he gets one more shot and he runs away.
Yeah.
Glorious.
And again, unless I'm mistaken, you get a 50-50 shot for a direct, for hitting a retreating unit with a sniper, and that doesn't change per faction. So, but it's nearly 100% for any direct shot with a
And
sniper.
MG might go down in the north, might get
Ooh.
picked up. It's gonna get picked up by Kimbo, I think, if he gets it. Can he get it out? I don't think he will. Or maybe
Okay.
with the P70 support, perhaps.
It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be very close.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
Quiritz should use the sprint and get... Oh, too late.
MG42 in Soviet hands. Thanks for the lemonies.
Oh, yes.
All
That's
right.
the one thing you do not want to fight, ever. Ever.
No.
A 6-man MG42.
And again, chat. The thing about this sniper is Kimbo knows about it because of radio intercept, and he can detect it with spy network. So that's why this sniper has to be extremely careful.
Oh, or actually not, because like you shot it a few times already, because there's no point in hiding if the opponent knows where you are.
That's true, but like I'm talking about like at any point in any time, Kimbo can know where that sniper is.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Exactly.
So like,
Exactly.
should I give my sniper fighting disengagement? Oh, the enemy sniper is like a ways off. Yeah, it should be fine.
Exactly. I haven't seen him press the button yet. And Kimbo, by the way, Kimbo has a lot of resources in stock.
Yep,
He
no.
should get, I think he's gonna get tier 4 in a T-34 soon.
I think that would be reasonable.
Yeah.
That and again, he has marked target, so no matter what Quiritz brings out, he can bring it down a little bit more. So a lot of that T-34, S-285, whatever he gets, to be so much more powerful.
Yeah, like the marked target is interesting, because like it doesn't improve your penetration chances, but it improves the damage that you do if you penetrate. So.
Okay, did you see that T-70 firing on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, he used spy network, so he detected where the sniper was and was hitting the area the sniper was at because he knew where it was.
Glorious Kimbo. Glorious Kimbo. You can say what you want about him, but he's such a good player. I love this kind of stuff. You don't see many people do that.
No, I don't think I've seen partisans in a 1v1 tournament game in a while, at the very least.
Yeah. But it's working. It's like Anakin in the pod racer. It's working!
You're killing me. Killing me,
It's
Smalls.
like Star Wars quotes, lol.
No, it's fine. The prequel, specifically 1 and 2, I'm like, no. But I'm also the same way, like, okay, maybe 9 as well. But anyway, point is,
At least the prequel had some good memes.
yeah, no, God, yes, spicy memes. But we also have a spicy, possibly Panzer IV entering this field of battle, along with an Su-85.
Yeah. That T4 is gonna have like no chance against an Su-85 on the field.
Well, not if it can use its maneuverability and also air support. Like right now, Quiritz is very close to getting the super close air support, and with it, he can absolutely put pressure on the T-70 and S-285.
Yeah, but we'll have only a short window of opportunity to do so, because like Kimbo's currently getting the 7-man upgrade on his conscripts, but after that, he's gonna spam that map hack 24/7 probably.
Yep.
And then it's gonna be hard to outmaneuver something.
S-285 is going by in the building to intercept the Panzer IV. Pack is where? Oh, on the other side.
Trying to bully the T-70, but misses.
You know what's being bullied right now? The Panzer IV. S-85
yeah,
won't
big
let it
time.
go.
Combat engineer with this rack coming in hot. That too.
We are losing a sector.
S-85 going on in.
Might fight the sniper though. Not the target
Hold
of all the engineers. Don't want to lose those. Oh.
Wait, if the sniper
he-
fires, they're
Yeah,
both within
this is-
range.
Oh!
Oh!
The Greyshot revealed it! Greyshot revealed it!
Move!
Go Kimbo!
Okay.
Take the shot! No, Quiritz realizes before Kimbo. But he might just send in the T-70 in the base and get it anyway.
We have lost a pack.
I don't
Yeah.
know if he's gonna be that cocky. Would be a kind of Kimbo thing
Oh
to
no,
do.
the pack gun got decreased. Wait, Conscript, great shot. Gets the
Oh,
kill. Can
and
we
we
get the
lost a
Conscript kill?
Grenadier as well.
Oh, he couldn't get the Conscript.
And he lost the Grenadier in the process. T-70's wiped one off.
He's not using Faust. I have to imagine he's saving up for that air support.
Oh yeah, definitely. But he's got nothing to follow it up with though. Like the before is still in pieces. And the back, oh.
The S-85 must think the Panzer IV is in the base, but it's hiding behind a bush.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot. Actually. Wait, the sniper's getting suppressed even though it's in camo?
Wait, artillery barrage.
He Fausted it and... Oh wait, that's... What? Thought he was waiting for the Faust and the airstrike, but...
I don't know.
Airstrike kind of fun. I don't know how I feel about this. That's not the way to go. I'm really not sure what he was trying to achieve there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I am very confused, but again, yeah, chat's saying a bit of a throw. I wouldn't say that, I would say desperate situation. Because right now we have another T-34 coming in. Spy network should have detected where the Panzer IV is, so he might either just not care about going after it or just holding the knife to Quirit's throat. Be like, oh,
Yeah.
he can make his move.
It's like he's not full health himself, the SU-85, and the back is there, so it's a little bit greedy to go in. I mean,
Yeah.
Kimbo is greedy, but he's not stupid, so... Still
fair.
very different things.
And we have a battle just to get some additional resources in. And connect that territory would really help him out.
More fuel for Kimbo's war machine.
God, 41 fuel per turn in a 1v1. Oh, Jesus. That's going to be a lot of tanks real quick.
Yeah, like if you fall behind on crossroads because of the extra strategic points on this map, you fall behind hard. Escalates a lot quicker than in the usual map.
No, definitely, definitely. Oh, no, he's walking around with the Grenadiers. You're about to walk into a mine?
Mine that he swept like 5 minutes ago, like he should have known it was there. He revealed it like multiple occasions. So.
34 going in on the pack. Trying to kill it. Gets it. Going in for the kill. Panzer IV returning fire.
Sniper is in trouble. That should be a dead sniper. Yeah.
Should be a dead Panzer.
And he throws in the towel, I think.
Yep. Is it? Yeah, the weird thing about this is I had this glitch yesterday where it doesn't say game over or surrender, it just does this.
Yeah.
Here, so I'm gonna back
I
out.
think it's fair to say that Kimbo won this round.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say. So let's see, everyone. After action report. What do we have to go over? I will say, like, Quiritz got some good hits, and he did manage to kill Kimbo's sniper early on.
Yeah, he did. He couldn't capitalize on it because of
No.
Kimbo's, like, aggression. It's like non-stop aggression.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, damage-wise and kill-wise, they're very close. Kimbo got slightly more damage and kills. And a positive KD for the Soviets, but still, very, very solid game overall.
Like, if you would lose at the statistics, I mean, if you look at the statistics, you would not think it would be such a stomp. But like, Kimbo won every engagement, I think, in this game that he took.
Yeah, I would say about 85% of the engagements
Yeah.
Kimbo won. There were 15% Quiritz had some good hits in, but the problem with Quiritz, every time he tried to kill a conscript or engineer, he just couldn't get it. Like, there's so many units with little bits of health. The G40.
I think the only thing he got was that partisan early on that dropped his rack, right? I think that's the only unit that Kimbo. Oh, and he lost one conscript somewhere.
Yep. That was a little bit later on when Kimbo's just throwing men into the problem.
Yeah, when it was already over, or when it was not abrupt.
Yep. But no, it was a solid game. And again, that is game 1. We'll have to see what happens in game 2. Maybe a switch of factions will be enough to turn the tide.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But Kimbo is, I mean, it's also got to be a Kimbo day for Kimbo to be in top form. This was a pretty strong start. We'll have to see if he can keep it up.
Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17. I'm joined as well by GB the Lieutenant. I will leave his Twitch link down below. Make sure you go check him out. But we are casting a second game with 2 amazing competitors going at it. GB the Lieutenant, what map and what players is going on, and what happened in the last game?
Well, we're playing Crossroads again. And, well, in the top we got this time Kimbo, and in the south we got Quiritz, and Kimbo is instantly locking in, well, he went OKW and he locked in the Grand Offensive, Capen Offensive, otherwise known as, and yeah, Quiritz, all eyes are turned on Quiritz, because if he doesn't take this match, he'll lose the series. There's a lot of pressure on him right now.
No, definitely. Right now as well, Kimbo's gone with Grand Offensive Doctrine, so we've already seen the effects of that with Punks Fusiliers entering the battle. Again, solid infantry, and once upgraded with those G43s, they become monsters.
Yesterday I watched the game with Alfadi from Major Kusanagi, and he went like instantly for like 4 Panzer Fusiliers, and he completely demolished his opponent. We'll have to see if Kimbo is gonna do a similar thing.
No, definitely.
Kubel.
Yeah, Kubel, I think what the Kubel's doing is forcing the riflemen out of cover so they can be picked off easier.
Oh yeah. Making the life of the Fussies a bit easier. Because without their G43s, they need every help they can get to hit a target. Kubel showing how it's done. Look, picking up the first kill for Kimbo.
Hold on, will the... Oh, nope, Kubel will make it back.
Kubel will live.
Meanwhile, Stern Pioneers going in for the fuel on the south right portion of the map. Again, trying to make sure, I guess, the Americans don't get any fuel.
I thought Kimbo was gonna cap with the Kubel, but he's gonna keep on fighting.
He's gonna stop the Echelon, I'm assuming, from building the cover. Double Rifleman now opening fire on the stern. Again, Kubel is outside the territory. I don't think he's gonna cap it.
Ooh, Sturmfire's in a bit of a pickle there.
Yeah, 2 rifleman squads. Not something you can easily ambush.
Nah, not even from around the corner, apparently.
Meanwhile, Echelons are holding pretty action. You know what? They did more damage than I thought they would against Panzer Fusiliers, so good for them for holding.
Good for them, indeed.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Little underdog infantry right there.
Exactly. They did more than they were expected to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's when, like, before they got the M4, was it the M245? It's the petite Soviet AT gun. Like, anytime I saw someone use it before they patched it, I'm like, you go, you do you. Good luck with that thing.
Well, I mean, if you get fat on it, it's not that bad, even against heavier armor.
Oh, now it's great, but before it got patched, I was like, oh no.
Oh, before. Oh, that Fussy. If
Might
it was...
get picked?
Yeah.
The lieutenant has been assigned to field ops.
I mean, Quiritz needs to pick off that. Oh, he deserved that. You
Yep.
deserve to get it.
Just can't. Kimbo
Always
just has incredible luck with that retreat.
Yeah. Like, it's frustrating to play against profs, but it's even more frustrating to play against a lucky prof. You will feel like, if you ever feel powerless, you should do that.
Oh my god, not again.
Kimbo got plot armor,
Yep.
and it's thick. It's thick.
He has as much plot armor as any major character in Game of Thrones in Season 8.
Exactly.
But anyway, Lieutenant coming on in, hopefully pushing the Kubel into the rifleman. Kubel actually detours, heads behind the bush, hopefully dodging a rifle grenade. Lieutenant's coming on in behind the bush, forcing the infantry back, and they've actually won the engagement.
Heavy truck waiting for deployment.
Now Kimbo has more plot armor than Arya Stark.
Oh god.
Coming in out of nowhere.
It's like, wait, how did you jump that high? Let's not think about it. Wait, how did Jon Snow survive the trek up north with all those other people and not everyone getting annihilated? Let's not talk about it. How did Daenerys dodge all those? Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. But how can they hit the first dragon with a single shot? Oh,
Yep,
no.
first shot
Oh,
immediately.
no, don't get me started, mate. I have a
Oh,
game to cast.
Here's the thing. I have the Blu-ray of seasons 1 through 7, and I'm still waiting for season 8. Eventually, they'll release it. Eventually.
Eventually. Maybe if you pre-order all of them.
Yep. Someone will make a crappy fade animation. Ah, so much better. But anyway, Panzerful Slaves are back. They're trying to cap as much territory. I will say Quiritz did capture the VP, so again, at least stop the bleed. Riflemen going in the building to keep pressure on those Panzerful Slayers who have no coverage for them.
Oh, but they're going a little bit more even now this time. Might have to do with no snipers being around, so...
Well, we'll see how long that lasts until, you know, all the Panzerful Slayers have G43s that are picking off low health infantry.
Yeah. I'm waiting for him to get another one. I mean, like, Kimbo could get something. Could get the Flak-Half Tech, an MG34, or a Raketen to anticipate, if he anticipates the what's it, the Steward? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he anticipated the Steward coming out so early, because right now with that half-track, he doesn't have any major form of AT at this exact moment.
Yeah, like, he could go for Panic Rex, but that's still another minute of waiting for ammunition. Ah, he's not going for that.
Stun on the Sturm, try to get a little more
That's a
damage
very
in.
nice stun grenade.
Yeah, he's able to almost kill the Lieutenant. Might be able to kill the
almost
Lieutenant. Oh no.
Meanwhile, the Kubel is getting in damage. It's almost Fat 3, and that's where the fun starts. You get the self-repair. And this
Oh my
unit
god.
is entirely self-sufficient. Oh my
I-
god. Oh my god. He got away, right?
Yeah, no, I was surprised. He was like, weaving and looking around corners. But okay, where's he going? Where's he going? All right, run.
Oh my god, he got away.
All right. So long as I don't see a German Steward, I'm happy. Because that's what happened yesterday. Someone decrewed their Steward. Someone ran in, grabbed it.
Oh no.
Yep.
Was a good day for that Axis player.
Oh yeah. They also killed 3 Greyhounds. I don't know. Is Greyhound good?
Oh.
Can you answer me that? Is Greyhound good?
I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I don't play much USF, so I mainly play Soviets and then OPW and Austria. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
was
really
looking
an
at I'm like,
expert on the matter.
it did fine against infantry, but I'm like, why? Why do you have a Greyhound? It's like, didn't pan out ever with it. But anyway.
I mean, it's
If
something like an American T-70 or something. It's like better anti-infantry than the Steward, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, but he's
Got that
having it
going.
versus like armor, and I'm like, the half-track's killing you. The half-track's killing you.
yeah, questionable.
One thing not questionable, all the riflemen now have been upped with bars. So the American
Ooh.
infantry just got boosted quite a bit.
Yeah, But we'll have to see how long it's gonna last. Because when those G43s are gonna come and when the Footsies are gonna hit Fat 2, I think Quiritz will be finding himself with a big problem.
No, that's fair. But one thing he has is a 50 cal. Again, with armor-piercing rounds, you could use it to keep the half track and other things back.
Yeah, 50 kills, amazing. Traumatized me for life.
Yeah.
50 kills with the sprint back in the day as well.
Running
Impossible.
upside down, armor-piercing, dead.
Yeah. Like insta
Ooh.
suppression.
Good Rickenwerfer shot through the bush, and but no AT grenades can be fired because of lack of munitions.
Yeah.
Hans
Kimbo.
Fusilier being annihilated by those bars.
Yeah. Did he got ambushed there, or did he pick that engagement? Because it was
He
not a
picked
very
it. He
good
walked
one.
in thinking, "I'm gonna win this."
Oh,
Nope.
no way, dude. I mean, Footsies are good, but 2v1?
Yeah. Tractor takes the shot from the AT gun. Meanwhile, more bars come in. Infantry very low, but Kimbo still has his half track to guard it.
Yeah. And the Kubel. Don't forget. Yep. The King Kubel, if he gets Fat 5, he wins the game. Those are the rules.
Yeah, that's the rule. Exodia. It's like you get all the cards. It's perfect.
Exactly.
If Quartz doesn't surrender, we'll have to message a mod.
Oh, this pussy Lear might go down. It's getting chased down by this. Nah,
No.
didn't got any lucky shots. If it was a Greyhound, it might have died. The
Okay,
way
that's
better
fair.
HE profile, right?
Yeah, no. God, yesterday it was an 85, and I don't know what they gave it, but every time it got to a retreating infantry unit, it would just one-shot it. I'm like, what is with this thing? And it was like infantry with like 4 models, and it would just instantly KO. I'm like, oh god.
I guess Yuri let vodka rest for a day or something.
Yeah. Alright, so what is Kimbo? Kimbo's brought himself an MG34. He's not built the Panzer headquarters just yet. But, Quiritz getting closer. Has he gone for the captain? No, he's just getting another 50 cal.
Another one. Interesting. We saw this build yesterday as well with Olvadi in the series. Double 50 cal and a lot of bar riflemen against the Footsies. But in the end, the Footsies won.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah, I saw that happen too with so much support equipment, but then what happened was German just got a nice Stuka against it and just stole half the equipment.
yeah, exactly. That's not what you want.
No.
Yeah, happening. I mean, fighting an MG34 is not so bad, but fighting an Axis 50 cal, not
Not preferable.
preferable. Flashbacks to yesterday, dude.
Alright,
Is he
we
gonna
have
hop in?
another big engagement, rifleman advancing. Kimbo's AT guns on the other side of the map, so they don't have a counter to Stewart if it's on the far right. 50 cal as well, looks like might be going in to keep it away while they try to pick off the infantry.
Man, Quiritz is putting in a lot of pressure on Kimbo. I feel like he needs another Fusilier or an Ober squad, because at the moment I think he's outnumbered.
Oh, definitely, because even the lieutenant has a bar.
Unless he picks up a wipe on this rifleman if he's not. Ah, no, he's not. He's not gonna.
He's focusing on their echelon because they gave the squad a bazooka team. It's already down to half health.
That Black Ops like did a lot of work there.
It did, it absolutely did.
Stewart ramming into the house for no reason. Kimbo getting a second racket.
I guess his strategy is let's try to
Kill the Stewart.
yeah, kill the Stewart, win the game. Infantry's being suppressed though. Orange Patch brings up a
Baiting
good
the
point.
Stewart with a half health off, right?
Yeah. Over Canrifer almost kills the Stewart, backs on up, very low on health. But yeah, 50 cal as well pulling back. But a good chunk of the map is under Quiritz control, so no matter how much Kimbo takes, Quiritz pushes back in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I think Quiritz has like a slight resort advantage over Kimbo. He's definitely building it up right now.
No, definitely. Right now, again, we have the Stern Pioneer trying to go for repairs. 50 cal being chased by the Punchful Slayer squad. Again, hopefully Pan's right quarters is put up or mechanized something.
Yeah, probably the Panzer headquarters. The guards is cut off.
No, that would make sense.
And the Kubel is fed 3, so it can just bully Quiritz 24/7 and self-repair and go back in.
Well, we saw in the last game Kimbo used to such high effectiveness the ability to detect. Having a Vet 3 Kubo that self-repairs and can detect enemy positions is fantastic. Great grenade by the Punchful Slayers!
Awesome.
Does just manage to get out of there in one piece. Again, Kimbo just blocking every attempt Quiritz has to stop his push for mid.
Quiritz on the fuel of Kimbo. Don't think Kimbo is taking that very kindly. Might try and wipe it on the retreat if Quiritz is careful.
Yep, he's going after the rifleman now. Oh, we have a Sherman! I didn't realize that. Yeah, Sherman's going to be popping out soon. And we're not even close to getting armor from Kimbo's perspective.
Yeah, he also still has to do the upgrade, so
Hold
Kimbo
on.
is a bit behind. Will he get the wipe? Oh!
Yep.
The crit snipe from the G43.
You got it.
I mean, he has to fight the squad less, but the tank is coming soon. The
Mortar
B4 will
carriage?
be a little late. What? Why?
Okay, let me know and tell me this straight. Is there some big meta with the mortar carriage?
Seen it yesterday a few times, yeah, but something I'm missing out on, probably.
Yeah, the mortar carriage I saw yesterday be mass deployed by the American players, and I'm just like, wouldn't it be better to get a Sherman?
Well, we didn't saw it in mass, but we did saw it, so maybe something is happening in the USF auto match meta and it's sneaking into the tournament meta as well.
Our person rounds hitting the 50, so half track. Half track's very low on
Holy
health.
shit, it zaps the half track. That's like 2 or 3 volleys, but it gets decrued just in the nick of time.
Yep.
I was like, one more volley and it's dead. Oh my god.
Oh, Kubel dies to the Stewart. The mighty
Oh.
Kubel. No
The
victory for Kimbo.
lieutenant also died at the building. So it's
damn.
just 2 riflemen left for Quiritz. I bet he's wishing that he took the Sherman instead of the Scott right now.
Yeah. No, definitely. God, Kimbo has so much infantry in mid. Alright, this is maybe, I can see a mortar carriage coming in.
I
Need
think
to retreat.
this is already GG. This is a throw. Like he threw the major to grab the 50 cal in the middle of all the fighting, but well, he was never gonna get it. And Steve dies. I think that's GG.
Might
Yeah.
be, unless he goes Von Ivan and just does a sit Krieg and then comes back somehow.
Wait, the game is still running for you? For me, it's stuck.
I'm at 1740. What are you at?
1721, and it just
Oh.
stopped.
I'll pause. I'm at 1745. The game is still battling. They're still duking it out.
Yeah, but I mean, I cannot do anything in this. You're the host of the observer part.
Alright, do you want me to just finish it up then?
Yeah, you can pop it up.
Okay, well, there goes the, there goes the mortar carriage. And, oh, he dropped. Okay, maybe he just recognized back then it dropped. And for the last 30 seconds, because he wasn't really moving that thing. So, it's a bug with OBS. It's over. It happens if you leave the game. Oh, okay. So, yeah, so with Observer, I'm sorry, not OBS, Observer. Okay, so yeah, I guess on your perspective, he dropped and he left. On my perspective, he didn't drop yet, so it was still in limbo. But I did get to the Quick Match screen, so yeah, so that's one positive.
GG's.
All right, so that's gonna be it. I mean, for this round, unless I'm mistaken, it's a best of 3, correct?
I think it's a best of 3, yeah.
All right. Quiritz actually in the chat saying it's over. It happens if you leave. Oh, thank you, Quiritz. Solid game, by the way. Again, thank you. Kimbo was just... God, Kimbo just had you by the throat, but I thought your mid game was pretty solid.
Yeah, like, it all happened within a minute, mate. Like,
Yep.
all went to shit in a minute. That's how it can happen. So that's how quick it can happen in a tournament. One slip up or one big ballsy play from Kimbo and you're in the lower bracket.
Yeah.
Well, escalated quickly.
It did.
I thought this game had legs, mate. I thought it was gonna go somewhere. But nope.
Oh, well. No worries. Hey, sometimes it's an hour-long game. Sometimes it wraps up in 20 minutes. You never know.
You never know, and that's the beauty of it.
FlatX, I don't know about that. I don't know about Armor Company, but I will say the Lieutenant was solid. Like the 50 cal, the Lieutenant, like
Stewart worked.
Yeah, like all that was on point. I think just needed.
I think it went wrong in that big engagement. I don't know.
Yeah.
It went down so quickly. But,
Wait, dumb question. What doctrine did he pick?
he went airborne.
Okay. So I was gonna say maybe and again I wasn't checking on his total CP, but having a support strike or something like that coming on in, like from recon support, might have been helpful to like break Kimbo up and hopefully pick him off. But that's the only thing I can think of, and because Kimbo had so many men close in proximity, you could one good strike and you could have separated a lot of them, and picked them off.
Oh.
But that's my only thoughts. Against Flak 2 Stewards could work. There are multiple ways to play athletics. Yep, exactly. Every single person plays it a little different. And I'm very curious to see how you would do in this exact scenario, Vladix. Because I feel like 99% of players would fall apart.
Hopefully that won't happen again.
Yeah.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Alright, suppressed, looks like. And probably
CN
force
decides to go straight to the throat of Theo and get the cutoff.
Being overrun.
Yeah, he has a rifleman there. He should be able to stop it, I assume. I hope.
I think CN is more busy on the fuel of Theo right now than on his own.
Just got cut off. The enemy is
But it is working. Or he might get a lock on the cutoff if he puts the MG properly.
No, he might. He definitely might.
This Infernal from flanks from the left, but
MG opening.
get wrong.
Yeah, MG's able to open fire and capture the point. And again, it looks like the entirety of the right is essentially under CreativeName's control. Meanwhile, on the far left, we got ourselves that Rifleman Grenadier engagement, but it looks like the Riflemen are winning that engagement slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Ever so slowly.
Ever so slowly. We'll come back to that in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Oh wait, actually.
Yep, go ahead. You saw
there
it.
was another. There were reinforcements on the way, which
That
might
and-
turn this in the favor of CM.
Speaking of a turnaround, Rifleman flanked the MG, forcing CreativeName to pull it back. Very low on health, but still refusing to call it quits. He's just forcing it back, and now he's bringing it up to the front again to hopefully suppress that infantry.
That's a good idea. It wasn't necessary. It was not an imminent danger. It's a casual, calculated, greedy play.
Yeah.
I like it. But like, he still got 3 models, so he can suffer a bit, and the riflemen are low themselves as well. So, like, I think that MG, not to retreat, but keep it a little longer.
We're losing.
Yeah, just to kind of explain the situation, last game, in like a minute, right, from now, or like a minute and a half, Theo was able to get himself a steward, right?
Yeah.
In this game, that's not happening for another like 5 minutes at this fuel rate.
Yeah, I think he might have regretted not getting a Jeep, even though it's against us here. I think it can be very helpful. Like, even at range, the 50 cal of the Jeep
Yeah,
tends to
no,
take off
definitely.
models. I think that's a little mistake.
Alright, and again, CreativeName's just pumping out the Grenadiers, just try to hold more of the map. That Rifleman up north is actually winning. I'm actually really surprised. He's stopping the fuel, so right now CreativeName has no fuel though.
And you know what Theo is getting? 20. That's the one thing he could get. I was just like, maybe instead of the Jeep going for the M20, I think he is.
Alright, fair, fair.
Still weird to pick mechanized and not do anything with it.
CreativeName going for the cutoff again. Just going for the throat. Just won't stop.
Won't stop. Smells blood. Going crazy like a pitbull.
I find it so funny, this one rifleman squad just running around decapping territory. He's not taking it for himself, he's just decapping it and running. It's like, fine, you want to play this game? I'll do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So who is holding? Who's in the advantage right now? It's pretty hard to say.
Alright, right now...
Who will be? Ah, there we go.
Utility car with armored skirt upgrade being deployed. Lieutenant coming in behind the Grenadier, forcing it to retreat.
Wow, that rear echelon, he was lucky, man. All models still there.
Yeah. And the ambulance is coming up, so all they need some heals, and they're good to go.
Yeah, they're good to go. I like the way CN is playing right now. It's looking very strong. I think Theo will have a top fight on this one.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Oh wait, Grenadier squad pushing the rifleman very low on health. Can he get the pick? Probably not. But very low still.
CN at the time a little bit to chill and let his brain cool down a little bit. And Theo is, well, I mean, he's warmed up from his fight with Siswan, but maybe he wants it a bit, we'll never know.
Oh, 222 on the field, forcing back the rifleman. Again, that's going to be a pain, but again, we have 50 cal coming on up. That can definitely keep it back. But again, he needs good coverage with his rifleman. Maybe even a bazooka team.
The flamethrower is not gonna hold back the M20, no. But there you go.
I mean, the M20 still has a decent machine gun and can still do damage to it. He just needs something else to really punch in the face for the M20 to take it down.
Yeah, like you can chase it down. Like if it drives into a volley of the 50 cal, the machine gun, you could maybe be able to, the AP rounds, you could maybe finish it with the M20.
Yep.
Okay, maybe not. You get a full volley on the... Get a full volley on the 32 and didn't do that much.
Oh my god, utility car popping shots, but 222 doing way more even with the armored skirts.
Yeah. Meanwhile, CN is advancing over the left flank, or at least trying to, but he'll run into a rifleman. Probably.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, back off. A little expedition in the unknown from CN.
And you know, this has been good counterattack by Theo. He's captured a good chunk of territory. He's holding pretty well. The problem is that the biggest thing is that flamethrower. The flamethrower burns out that 50 cal. It can break his entire line.
Yeah, yeah. But it's not in green cover though. I think he lacks the range to fight from green cover. But I would have maybe. Oh wait, the grants were there as well. Okay.
Yep.
Cocky lieutenant would have probably stayed in that building with his 50 cal counting on suppression to pin the pioneer before the next burst, and then got naded by the approaching grenadier. But Theodosios is smarter, he gets out.
Yeah.
Saw the imminent thing too.
No, he's just being coy, just trying to stay back and do what he can. 222 though coming on in against you. Can he kill it?
Ooh, I might go for the dive. I think he can tank one bazooka volley or not. Even with this
yeah, he can.
damage. So he could have went for it.
Yeah, absolutely he could. But no, Grenadiers pushing along this side. Lieutenant on standby, trying to move on in. But again, just not, even with the bar, just not, doesn't have enough firepower.
I'm really wondering what the reason is for Theo to like get mechanized so quickly and then, well, not do anything with it till like ACPs and get
Yeah, because he
combined
hasn't gone
tires.
Cav Rifleman. He hasn't done a lot with it, so I don't.
No.
I'm not sure.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
All right, small little attack with the Rifleman Lieutenant, but Grenadier is holding its own. Like,
Yeah.
Our opponents
222
Took down
coming
some
in.
models.
Yeah. I mean, they'll take the point, but I don't think the Riflemen are going to take much more than this.
I think the noose from Sienna is slowly tightening around the neck of Theo. The map
Yeah,
is slowly looking more red.
He's taken the right, that's fine, but he doesn't have a direct counter to a lot of the 222. That's, in my opinion, the biggest issue. He just has nothing to fight it.
We got a teller. We got a teller in the North VP area. So that's gonna be interesting.
Teller in the North VP. Where are we?
Close to the North VP area. It's like in
I
front
see
of
it.
the tractor between the hatch and the tree.
Yep. Good location. Great spot if the utility car goes in for a dive, or maybe even further on at Sherman if we ever get to that.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Mortar trying to push back the MG. Looks like it will succeed.
I mean, at this point, he could have went for the mortar halfback instead of the normal mortar. I mean, he got mechanized, got some ammo to burn, and that phosphor is cheap as hell, right? 15 ammo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The enemy is overrunning one of our
It's at
capture
least fairly cheap, so.
Lieutenant
Ooh,
might try to go
Pioneer.
for...
Yeah.
Nope. Retreats just in time.
Pretty ballsy from those pioneers, picking a fight with the lieutenant.
How about the utility car picking a fight with the 222?
Yeah, also pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
The capture point is under attack.
Ooh, if I was Sienna, I might have tried to chase something here. Decides to protect his
Targeting
fuel.
a capture point.
Again, he needs either an AT gun or... I mean, look, we're looking up back at base, right? The Germans are already building their sport weapon, sport armor corps, so they're gonna have
Before
plans
it's
for
around the
soon.
corner.
Yeah, so a Stewart, as much as I would be like, oh, get a Stewart, that's a bad idea, because again, you would be outclassed by the Panzer IV, and then eventually a pack gun. So
I think
Theo
you
could go
have
with
to
a
go
major,
captain.
but if
He's not gonna
oh, yeah.
get anything. He's
Yeah,
gotta
that's a
go
problem.
captain.
Captain's the only way to go, yeah.
Yeah, like Zien is like swarming all over the map, and Theo's struggling to keep up.
He's trying. I mean, like, good news is he hasn't lost any men yet. He's been decrewed, but nothing lost.
Yeah.
But he needs AT. He needs it now, and I don't know what else he can possibly do without two M1s to back him up.
Yeah. He's gonna go for a 50 cal? Yeah, Theo, what are you doing?
Theo. Theo.
Go, Captain, get the AT gun.
Enemy forces are securing our
Bazooka.
territory.
The rear echelon with double bazooka will lead us to victory.
If Cien is feeling funny, he could get an Ostwind as well, and if there is no pack, well, like, Theo is gonna suffer a lot.
Taking one of our
Alright, I figure it out. Theo believes he won't be snapped away by Thanos. That's it, and he's hoping CreativeName will be taken out of the game.
Germans just cut off
He
our
just needs to survive long enough. That's why he's getting the 50 cal.
Pretty
for
big
holding it.
gamble.
Yeah, pretty big gamble, but you know, he's hoping for it.
We lost
I
an
don't
infantry unit.
understand
Oh my
why it's
God.
going wrong for Theo. It's like not like he had a bad army, but
Remember how you said the Panzer IV is shit? Well, just one shot at a lieutenant.
yeah, it's unreliable. That's why I said most important. But did it one-shot the full squad? Or...
Yeah, full squad.
We are losing
What?
the sector.
Wow, I missed
You can
it.
see their bodies in mid. They're the Yamshud bodies.
Our machine gun turret
Oh,
has
wow.
been installed.
360 no scope. I guess this P4 is trying to compensate for something from.
They were bunched up. Again, the model's close up. It's easier to one shot.
Ah, they were one. I mean, even a blind chicken sometimes gets some food, is the saying, right? So maybe
Yeah.
this P4 got lucky.
Exactly.
Another teller, actually. CN has been busy with the tellers. Ooh. It's another teller, like, well, a little bit south from the first one.
Yeah, no.
It's,
God.
It's too bad I cannot ping something out for you.
Oh,
Even though
Jesus
we're on
Christ.
this thing.
Alright, we got Major with the bazooka. That's where we're at.
Ah, yeah, who needs AT guns?
Line just got cut off.
Who needs AT guns anyway, huh?
Capture point is under attack.
Yeah, fun fact, while you're being suppressed, the bazooka's not really all that accurate, so that MG's worth so much right now, this creative name.
So what do we got? 4 bazookas against the P4.
And a whole lot of infantry pushing on in.
A capture point is
gonna
being
be rough.
overrun.
Come on, hit the 222.
Why is Theo refusing to go captain? He's mining the left flank of his base with an M20 mine.
You think CreativeName was that? Like, he's not Kimbo. He's not. I don't think he's someone who would dive into the base.
Cut off.
Creative is pretty close to Kimbo as they get, I think. He's aggressive. He's one of the aggressive kind, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not Kimbo levels, but not far off, I think.
Yeah. No, he's systematically strangling Theo.
Yeah.
So,
CN is a little bit more, you know, controlled. I feel maybe. And then Kimbo could be sometimes the bad dog, aggressive, but CN could be calculated. And I think he calculates that his opponent is refusing to go captain.
yeah.
And the best way to deal with that is going to the base.
Yeah. The best way I can see in this situation right now is seen in Avengers 2 where Iron Man's just punching Hulk like go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Like he just wants Theo to surrender, but Theo just won't. Just won't give in.
Instead he goes from Ivan mode, plants teller, M20 mines in his base entrances.
Yeah, and he
Not
still has
a
to watch
bad
out.
idea.
God, he still has to watch out for the what's it called? All the teller mines that are on the left side. Like he pushes
Yeah.
with a Sherman. If someone gets a Sherman and does a small counterattack, he's still at a disadvantage.
I don't know, man. Like Theo had a chance like 2 minutes ago if he backtacked for captain, but I think we're already in GG territory now.
Yet he still fights on.
Ah, Kimbo has been injecting CN with testosterone for the past
Wait,
week.
Panzer IV! Panzer IV's flanking! He's crippled!
They got into the 50 cal AP rounds. Will they do it? Maybe
Come
in
on.
their armor?
Immediately the troops are running back. Oh wait, Bazooka team is hitting the 222! Hold on!
Vehicle just
Oh no, it's not dead. It's so close though. They kill the ambulance. He needs to get in. He kills the Panzer IV. He can turn this around.
Bombarded with AT grenades. It's gonna take some time with a mortar.
Come on, get over there. He's crippled. He can't move.
Suffering from a crippling depression.
He's trying to kill the barracks. It's like I need. Poor Bazooka's still not dead. He can't move. He physically can't move. You miss. All right, there we
You
go.
missed the crippled thing. Oh my god. Oh, no matter. Like the next one will be on the way shortly, probably.
All right.
And it wasn't the veteran one either, so
No, it's not.
just delaying the inevitable. But like Thanos, CN is inevitable, so yeah.
He's close. I mean, like, okay, he's like 2 minutes away from getting a Sherman, but he's close.
Ooh. Will he go suppression planes or will he go frag bombs? What do you think? Suppression
No.
plane base lock or frag bomb on the exit when he pushes out? Make your bets, people. Is he gonna wait for a tiger?
I mean, at this point, it really doesn't matter, does it?
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Alright, they need a bazooka team to come on in.
The sector
Slowly
is
moving
All
on in.
things considered, I'm pretty amazed that the M20 is still alive. Never mind!
I saw it. I literally look at it and it blows up.
Fast
like
as
you-
curse, people.
You could. That was the perfect comedic timing
Someone
you
should
could get.
clip that, lol. Someone should clip.
Let's alive. Boom.
The amazed is still alive. Never mind. Never mind.
here is ready for battle.
Oh my god. Anyway, Grenadiers just pushing on in along the left-hand side. You have the riflemen trying to decap the VP, but
And
they're
CN
getting it.
CN decided he doesn't have enough ammo. He wants all of it. He's probably going for some nice plane spam in a bit.
Yeah, just put it out in front of the base. They'll suppress.
Yeah, and then throw a frag run on it to finish it off. I think he's going for the 1-2 Wombo combo.
Yeah, he's going for something, all right. Problem is, I don't think Theo's gonna like it.
Yeah, probably it's
Hey.
gonna be both.
He's like, do you think Theo has another mine there? Probably not. Let's move in.
Oh, he's checking for it though. He attacked around the base entrance just to be sure.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, Panzer Force cripple along the left-hand side. Bazooka team's hitting it, half dead.
I want to be like, is Cian gonna throw? But nah. But there is a Sherman coming. He managed to cling on to life, refusing to get the captain, and now he's got a Sherman.
I will say this. This American is playing a German in 1945. He's not giving in even though
What?
all sides are
What?
death.
The Sherman bounced off the 2-2. What?
Wait, it did?
I think it did. I heard a blink noise, like something bounced off. Or it missed, or it was the bazooka. I don't know what it was.
Oh my god, it's a 76.
Oh, the back. Back comes in like, no, 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 no. Oh no.
Great.
Oh,
Alright, that was fun. That was fun. Okay. So, I don't think we agreed that the holdout strategy was the way to go. Am I correct with that, Lieutenant?
The what strategy?
His counterattack, his holdout
Yeah.
strategy.
Yeah, the holdout did not work. It was funny, but it did not work.
No, God, no. Oh.
And why mechanized? Like, he did not use anything besides the shirt.
Yeah, no, that, I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know he only got like 48 kills. The enemy got 119. Which,
What I do know is that CN is looking kind of cracked, and I don't want to be rude, but I think Theo is a little bit out of his league. Looking
well,
at
if he
the
plays like that, yeah, I would say so.
pretty big beating he took from CN.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe you just need a small change of factions to turn the tide.
Exactly. He got experience under the belt.
Yeah, and now you got your Lawsons. Now you got your like sports movie-esque intro. It's like, all right, we're down, but we're not out of the thing. We can still beat them if we believe in the heart of the cards or whatever.
Like in every Airbud movie, they're always behind, and then the happy doggo comes and they win the fucking match.
Exactly. What we are going to see though, the start is. I'm sorry. Hello everyone. This is Greyshot. I'm currently casting with GB the Lieutenant, and right now we got ourselves an interesting matchup with Theo versus CreativeName. Now, Theo did lose last game in a very interesting fashion. Lieutenant, you want to elaborate maybe why that was the case?
Yeah, it seems like Theo's decided that there are only Theodosios decided that there were only 2 tiers in the USF base infrastructure, the lieutenant tier and the major tier, and there was nothing in between.
No captain. That does not
No
exist
such
apparently.
thing as a captain and an AT gun.
Yeah, so Theo now is the Ost tier, and we'll see if, you know, maybe that play is a little better for him. Right now with a MG Pioneer Grenadier start, with another Grenadier, seems to be a little bit normal. But CreativeName's a little different. He went 2 conscripts and 2 engineers. Lieutenant, is there a reason why you would do double engineer?
Well, I mean, you see it quite often, but in this way, this particular fashion, getting 2 conscripts and not the 3rd, and then an engineer, that's a bit weird. That's something new. You don't see that very often. Usually people go combat engineer, then triple cons, and then instead of the 4 con, another engineer. But I guess Ian decided he was wanna be original and just bully us, because he's gonna get the 3rd conscript now anyway.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that's like you usually with a sniper maybe or something else, but yeah.
Nah, he's just trolling us. He's like playing by the book, but not, but still is.
Or he's like, let me try this strategy.
Yeah, like there is no reason why you should do it like this.
Well, conscripts are holding Theo outside his base, which is allowing a back-capping engineer to grab a whole lot of territory without any pressure.
Hey. Getting flanked by an MG.
Yep. Now, in the meantime, we have Pioneers engineers duking out in the south. Some additional conscripts moving in, but most of the infantry by Theo's in mid.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
No doctrine choices yet, though. Out of everything, I'd probably say airborne troops would probably be the way to go. Guards are super good, and plus the Dushka and also the SVTs.
Everything can work.
The enemy is taking
He has
our
multiple
territory.
options, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, out of the 3, I think that would be probably preferable with his conscript focus, but
Yeah, because of the cons. Would make sense.
okay. But good use of the flamethrower, burning the MG, using additional conscripts to flank around the side, keep so many men that it's hard to pin down.
Territory is falling into enemy hands.
Yeah, exactly, and meanwhile a lot of shit going on the left flank as well. CN trying to bully away the grenadiers from Theo's own field. Theo's looking a bit stronger so far. The map is a little bit more red. We'll have to see if he can keep it that way.
The enemy has taken
MG barely makes it back being under intense flame bombardment, but also that exact flamethrower unit is placing mines right outside the base. So, ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, it will.
Especially with a Panzer Grenadier squad being chosen
Yeah.
immediately. That's a little interesting.
Yeah, I like Beacons.
We are losing a sector.
I think they're very powerful, maybe a little too powerful, but it's fine. I've learned to accept them.
I love to rush them, man. I'm that guy who will get 2 of them, or even like 3 of them if it's about G43 speed guns.
And I
will
absolutely
ruin your
hate
day.
people. Yep, I hate that strat.
To capture our
Oh,
But nice casting with you this time, Camper.
Yep, banned. No, but the good news is Theo's getting a ton of infantry, and again against conscripts, Panzer Grenadier is a really good counter.
Oh yeah, they'll scrap. They'll scrap them.
Yep, they'll spew hot lead and keep the enemy back, but again, let's see how long that continues to go for.
Oh, it's another mine, and the MG might. Okay, no, he's not gonna push. Theo might, if he's gonna push the VP, might walk into a mine on the south.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
Yeah, he's just grabbing territory right now. There's not really much of an engagement, and neither of us picked a commander, which is also kind of interesting. Which is why I was kind of like, okay, maybe this would be it, or if I had to guess on the other side, maybe Lightning War for the G43. Well, no.
Good
Well, they
work.
both have strikes, and if you lose a lot, plus the movement bonus, so maybe.
Yeah. Lightning Ward, gotta tell you. I think Jaeger Infantry is still my personal favorite of the 3 that he has. Because
Yeah.
just the Jaeger command squad comes a bit early and feels like the gap of, well, infantry issues that Ulster sometimes has with 4-man squad.
Oh
And
my
the
god.
Tiger is meh.
The Panzer Grenadier and the NG are so
Yeah,
close to that mine.
so close. Like, oh, there you go. That was a well
Enemy
planted
forces are
mine.
securing
That's
our
your
territory.
ammunition well spent. That's what, 30 munitions for 90 manpower damage? Maybe
Yeah.
100?
It's enough to where 2 units are now forced back to base.
The
It's
enemy is
worth.
attempting to steal our sector.
It's completely breaking up and delaying the push from Theo on the fuel of CN.
Yep. And there's only one engineer squad blocking it, so it's not like it's gonna hold out for too much longer if they're under intense pressure.
And Theo's Panzer Grenadier decided to get warm and cozy inside the mad bunker and, well, now hopped out again, but
Oh,
like
okay.
this yeah, he
We
was
have-
just sitting there for a bit.
yeah. We have a doctrine, by the way. CreativeName pick Len Lee's.
Interesting. Could definitely work, like the soft cards are nice.
Yeah.
Maybe
Also, the thing I could see is also those conscripts. And again, not technically, like again, if you have so many men, you can instantly repair. So that's a nice little
yeah,
bonus.
exactly. It's very nice to have. And now also works with Peanut. Pretty good change.
Yep. Meanwhile, we have a big push on the right with a T-70 popping out as well. Dushka's opening fire, pushing back the Grenadiers. The flamethrower gets them out of the heavy cover to be suppressed.
Wait, a conscript just died?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
died by the
conscript,
engineer.
but-
He wasn't paying
yeah.
attention. Or maybe it
Yeah,
was, but... Wow,
That's,
yeah.
that's the first mistake and it's made by CN.
It's like, hold on, what?
Hold on, what? CN? You're not invincible? What? Theo smells blood? Victory? Ace game hype? Keeps? When?
Well, something needs to happen. T-70 is currently putting pressure on the left. And right now, keeping pushing the NG back. Right now, we also got some Panzer Grenadiers as well back there with the 222 engaging on the right against Dushka. Dushka's not set up properly, but it does have armor-piercing rounds. If he can fire a volley at the 222, he could weaken it
Oh,
and
he's
kill
trying to bait it into the mine. There's a mine as well. He's trying to make it go circles. Ah, I love the out from the Dushka, by the way, man. Like the taka.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Dushka ASMR channel 1. Taka.
Yeah, right now as well, CreativeName trying to make up for the VP. Right now is a little bit more down than Theo, but right now has the lead. Also, we have a teller in mid. I don't know if Theo saw, CreativeName saw that, but the T-70 is hopping around that area.
Maybe he suspects it though, because he's trying to evade that general area, I think. Ooh, and the mine went off.
Yep,
Another mine?
pushing back the Grenadier. He's honestly pulling the... He's not retreating his infantry, he's pulling it to the right. So he's hoping the T-70 chases, and the T... Oh, he would have...
Goes in the teller. Oh, he could still do it. But he decides to go to the left.
We are losing a sector.
Imagine he decided to go to the right.
That would have been
Might
very
still do, actually.
Enemy has broken
If he
our
decides to
supply lines.
flank from behind, the 70 might hit the teller. What is he gonna do?
Targeted repairs can now
Oh,
be
is he
Of
going
course.
for it? Oh, he turns.
The enemy is taking what we
Come on.
secured.
Do
Come on,
it!
drive it to the teller, give us an ace game. Show the people that Theo is good. He can pick a fight
Oh
with
my
CN
God,
and
he's-
get away with it.
You sound like a guy on the side of the corner. Please, just $1, please, please. It's like
Please.
Theo's good. Theo's been look. Theo won some matches. You know, you don't need to beg for Theo. Theo can show his worth.
I mean, like, he had such a rough first game. He deserves a decent second one at the very
Okay, I'll agree
least.
with you on that one. We are seeing, though, is a Zadushka in the middle building, and that's going to be annoying because 222 can't push it out because it has armor-piercing rounds. Wait, mid! The T-70?
Oh, he's going for it! Oh, no!
No! God dang it! So close!
So fucking close. I think Theodosios would be smashing his keyboard right now. I would, lol.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Head banging against the wall.
Like, come on, just take it out. Anyway, what we are seeing, though, is the T-70 again continuing to gain veterancy, and up to that one on the far left side. The right seems to be slowly being taken back by Dushka and a couple infantry. More conscripts have been deployed, and now we have a mortar coming in by Theo to hopefully deal with MG. No,
The
they
MG
picked
failed.
up. They found the teller.
Oh, and
Oh,
he shipped it!
Oh,
He shipped it. Dushka decides to 1v1 the MG even though it's suppressed, lol. Oh, now it's split. Okay. If it was suppressed, it could have still won
yeah.
against the MG, but split, not so much.
All right, so a lot of Theo's men are all grouped up. Conscripts break through the first infantry line. More infantry
Yeah.
come on into cover. Pack guns there, so T-70 can't really provide too much
And a
support.
mortar again for Theo to provide some random lucky hits if he gets any. Keep the Dushkas on the move.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
222's
But,
moving in on the T-70, getting some decent shots in.
Looks like Sian is slowly solidifying his lead.
The enemy is attempting
Can he move up with the pack in the 222? Is... No. Wait, did... Oh, okay. I thought he used them. Like, he's not moving. Why is he using Mubra? But we have additional stuff moving out on the right. Again, Theo's trying to grab whatever he can. How close is Theo to Battle Phase 2? Okay, so he hasn't gone it yet. So he's not... He's still far away from getting a higher up vehicle.
Yeah,
In the
he's
meantime-
bleeding.
Yeah, CreativeName just finished up his Tier 4 base, so right now he's in a really great spot to get T-34 probably next
The enemy
minute.
has 300 points remaining.
Something, I think a mine blow up by the mortar.
Yeah.
Sian just needs to connect the one fuel and then the Sherman will be there shortly.
Hands.
Are they connected via... Oh, right, no, the VP doesn't connect the territory. Right.
Wait, not anymore?
We are
Oh.
losing
No,
supply
it doesn't.
from the enemy.
Oh, now it won't because they decapped it, but yeah, it doesn't connect the
Yeah.
territory apparently.
Hmm.
Only like
We have secured
straight up and down or straight parallel.
You
will
saw
do it.
that mortar hit that on the conscripts in the middle, it almost one banked him. 6 man.
It was
That's how
very
you
close.
get the mortar.
enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Explanation mark brackets should get you the scoreboard for the tournament.
Yep. Oh, yes. T-70 pushing against the pack, hoping to get a take out its one major threat while it's unsupported.
Yeah. Wait. The quite a few shots on the T-70, I believe. Oh! Grand might go down on the right here if it gets chased by the T-70.
Yep.
I feel
Engineer
like
squad
Sian
got
should
hit.
have went for the chase there. He could tank one more shot for the pack if needed.
Yep.
It's a slight misplay from Sian. But
Battle Phase 2's up. We could have the building up shortly, and then it'll be only a few more minutes for armor. But CreativeName, I think, is going for an M4C Sherman.
yep, we're in Sherman territory.
God, T-70 with 14 kills. Solid defensive work by him, and then very aggressive plays.
So already getting close to factory.
Very close to bet 3.
The enemy has taken
And
our
Theo
supply
just
sector.
doesn't want to lose manpower, so he just immediately retreats.
Yeah, he sacrifices a lot of map control for that as well. Well, we got the 7-man upgrade on all the cons as well. So they're gonna be super beefy.
Someone's pointing out, hey, do you think the Enforcer Sherman will do better than the 76? And I'm like,
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And the American 76, yeah. I mean, like, yeah. For some reason, I feel better about the Soviet NVC than the USF one today. Quite surprising.
I will give credit. Theo still does have a good infantry force.
Yeah,
like,
they
he
have
still
the same stats, but not the same RNG perhaps, so...
Yeah. Oh, all the conscripts are up to 7-man squads. I missed that. Pack gun moving in to push back the T-70. And yeah, we're seeing the M4C Sherman being deployed.
Oh, that was so close. The pack almost hit the most amazing attack ground in the world on the T-70.
Yeah, but now we have a
Totally
Zis gun
missed.
opening fire with artillery on the pack.
That's amazing.
Conscripts flank and hit the mortar while the engineers place more mines. They might try to go for the Grenadier in mid.
And the
Very least-
M4C.
Yeah, it's moving in.
Yeah. It's there, it's ready. You could use the cons to repair the T-70. Help it get in action a little quicker.
Absolutely.
But I mean, a
Good.
factory engineer will be doing just fine.
Yeah. Yes, no, definitely. Alright, Panzer Grenadiers push back on the left. Again, Theo needs to start holding on to those VPs. He's down nearly 150.
Theo is trying to poke the right flank with the 2-2. But
Yeah. No, chat, yes, we know that it's the same stats. It's just the fact that last time we saw this thing, it was terrible. So here's hoping under Soviet control it's a little bit better.
yeah, Soviet command.
Immediately he's down to almost dead. God dang it.
Okay, yeah. So, note to self, M4C's garbage. We have seen people go for it all day and it didn't work a single time, I think.
We do have a Panzer IV pushing into mid. There's a Zis gun there, buddy. Oh, luckily it's missed.
Okay. Zis
Panzer
gun
IV?
things.
Do you really want to engage this gun directly?
I feel like you should retreat his infantry from the middle as well. He's getting a little low.
Yep.
Oh, 70, come on, chat mode, no? 2-2 got eaten alive by the Dushka.
Oh, it did? Oh, it did. Come on, T-70's very low. Oh, here comes the M4. Does pen. Pack-gun needs to set up and do a button or something.
Before misses, as expected.
Button!
And
Button!
the German bounces! And the back, what
Bounced
the
it.
hell is happening?
Faust it! He missed!
He missed
Faust!
again.
Where are you going?
Where is the Faust, dude? Why are you?
Oh my
What?
god!
Oh my god, no. I mean, I wanted Theo to win a game, but like this, I mean, he won the 50-50 fight this time, no?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was a nail biter, and he's like, cool, finally, I got one. There's another one coming.
Yeah.
Oh, but the Soviets lost their flamethrower unit. So there you go, another win.
And the 2-2 died, but yeah, so it's something. Cian is not with empty hands, but
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Oh
and
my
he still
god.
made the whole map blue while all this was going on. The second
Wait,
one
where's the
will be
T-70?
short. Wait, did it hit another teller?
It must
Or
have
did
died
the
from a
pack
Faust.
hit it? I was so focused on that T4 shit. It's like,
Yeah. It had to have died from probably a Faust, I assume.
Yeah.
So both armor pieces are dead.
I mean, then I guess all things considered, Theo is in a decent spot.
I don't know. Was it a mine, mate? Was it a Soviet mine that blew it up? Because I'm seeing all the engineers and they don't have Faust on them. They don't. I don't know. That's. Yeah.
Oh damn, too bad I missed that. Saw the 2-2, but missed the T70. Ah, damn.
Ready to go. AT support standing by for orders.
Alright, Conscript's putting pressure back on the pack. Again, we still have CreativeName with a good sized army, but
We got a commander pick for Theo as well. Lightning Wire. Maybe the planes will save it.
maybe.
I'm happy to see that Theo realized that the Axis army does have tanks around the tank base in its assembly. Ooh, Fat2 Pioneer might go down if he decides to shoot.
No, not with an engineer with a minesweeper, I don't think.
Enemy is attempting
He'll smash his head in. Believe. How many Tushkas do we have? 2 of them. 1 Fat2.
Oh, Panther Force going straight for the mine! Don't go. Oh, okay. Whew. He almost walked into it.
He hits the mine. Could get the Sherman.
taking our territory.
Oh, yeah, the other mine,
They
yeah.
were two pretty close to each other. Oh wow, that was a good shot. Oh no, if he
They're all
loses a
right there.
model, he might retreat into the mine.
Oh,
He
no.
might retreat into the mine. Oh! Oh,
So
he
lucky.
Barely.
He almost
Could
detonated
have
his
been
own
a
mine.
dead. Yeah. Oh, but a grenadier, oh man. It's always so painful when you retreat a 2 model grenadier only to run into a mine. It just goes boom.
You're like, how did I... Son of a bitch. Anyway, right now, Theo, are you upping it? No, he did not get to Battle Phase 3. So right now it looks like he might go for another Panzer 4. Which, or, you know what? Would you recommend a
Or
Panzer
Tiger.
4 or like an Ostwind?
Seizing a sector.
Tiger
Or
can't be
Tiger.
picked until he gets to Battle Phase 3.
But he might... Oh no, he doesn't. Thought he might went for it because he has no manpower for a P4, so... He might have to fuel for a Tiger by the time he has manpower for another tank.
We are losing
Probably
the
it will be
sector.
more P4s then, or Stuk. Make Imperial Dane happy.
He does have air support. That's my thought process. He has air support. If he needs to, he can call it in.
He should try maybe to do something with those planes. Keep CN limited to 1 Sherman at a time. Try to kill this one with the planes quick.
It's already at Vet 1, so
Enemy is
it's getting more powerful by the moment.
Yeah, like the fire rate's gonna improve a lot on these things with veterans levels, right?
Yeah. Rate of fire on number 2. And then penetration for number 3.
Very useful attributes. A little bit of poking going around everywhere.
Yeah.
No major engagement yet.
Yeah, the biggest right, and again, you can say, oh, Theo's making a comeback. Theo's in a great position. Here's the problem. Theo is still down on his VP, and he's still losing game with his VPs.
Yeah.
He's down almost 3.5, 4 to 1. Like, it's getting bad.
Yeah. Really getting bad. He needs to make something happen.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I mean, he's not gonna lose as fast as the previous game, but the results will be the same in the end.
Yeah. That's why something different needs to be done. His Grenadiers just chilling out a Molotov cocktail right now. You know, suffering about as well as you might expect.
Or that Grenadier, he might just want to take it away, because that Sherman feels like one-shotting it might... Oh...
Hold on, Sherman going in for the pack. Panzer 4 is there. Air support's in. We on Blitz? Combat Blitz?
Maybe?
Or
Not
Blitz.
great.
Alright, follow that trajectory and
Wow.
you'll know there's no mines.
Losing the sector.
Wow, not a single one. I think like 2 bullets connected from the plane.
Yeah, not many
From the
shots.
2 things. And one is already dead. That's 200 ammo well spent.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our line.
And the M4C Sherman's machine gun is actually shooting down the planes.
Yeah, it's pretty good at that. Well, at least good enough to do the job.
Again, I'll give full credit to both these guys. They both have really nice vetted armies.
Yeah,
We have 100
but there's
points
only one
remaining.
that is close to winning the game, and one
That's
that's
true.
miles away.
Well, yeah, with the air support called in and not really doing all that much.
Oh, they're getting
He's
in
get-
target territory. But it's gonna be too late, I'm afraid.
Our are seizing the sector.
He doesn't have the manpower.
Does he have a stun shot from the back? No.
Yep. Again, such a good ability. That way he can get another shot in. And then maybe the Panzer IV can move in and intercept.
Yeah, exactly. Good old 1-2 punch.
That Panzer IV also has armored skirt, so it's a slightly better situation, right?
It's a little bit beefier. Little better armor. He's gonna need it against those Germans. I mean, if he doesn't reinforce anything and he manages to hold 1 VP somehow, he can get a Tiger in like 2 minutes. But that's a lot of ifs. Question is, will CM give Theo the greeting room he needs or not? Don't think he will.
Oh wait, can he crush the... Oh my god, I was so close to crushing those conscripts. Again, if they're fully suppressed, you can crush any infantry.
Yeah.
The enemy is
And
attacking.
what
Theo has
for
the fuel, he
blitzing
doesn't have the
over there?
manpower for a Tiger.
Yeah. But more importantly, he got 2 VPs a little bit, so the manpower he'll get there if he plays correctly, if he plays a little bit slow, and then he loses 2 models, maybe even a grenadier on the side.
Oh my god, no.
He's still standing on the Molotov, dude. You could die, dude. He's still taking damage. He died. Oh,
my
Theo.
god.
Oh, man.
Well, the manpower will be a little bit faster now, so that's a plus.
Oh. I hope you
Yes,
saw.
this
There
guy-
was a lot of shit going
Panzer
on.
IV, what are you doing? This is this holy god.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I think everything's
Oh,
gonna
bounce.
fall apart.
Pack gun's in a fortunate state. Panzer IV comes in. Ziskun's still there, buddy.
Wow. And that's where T-24 would have killed that pack, probably, but the German is a little bit worse against infantry than a T-34, so Theo gets lucky.
Right. Well, again, the Grenadier
Oh, God.
squad sacrificing its life to increase the manpower.
But the good news is he doesn't need to reinforce it and spend manpower. on it.
Exactly. So now he'll have that Tiger
Big
tank
brain.
in just a minute.
Enemy forces are
Yeah.
securing our territory.
We'll get the Tiger, but it will be kinda outnumbered. Oh no, don't lose the MG. You cannot lose the MG. The Ace MG42 is gonna be very important to hold those VPs, or at least one of them. Oh, if he gets the Faust in now, this could be a pretty crucial moment for Theo. Can he kill one
Tiger
Sherman?
tank's coming in at this moment.
Blitz
too.
in the
Fire!
P4.
Pack fire!
Send in the P4. Come on. Come on.
We have lost a pack.
Got one. Now he needs only one more.
Alright, he's trying to deal with the conscript squad, but F it. Tiger tank's busy with the Zisgun right now.
Where's the P4? Bring it.
Oh!
wait,
He
Jesus.
detonated the mine! That killed the Zis!
That's nice. It damaged the gun, so he needs only one shot to finish it, and so he does.
It might be triple capped, but the
Light
Tiger's
shining on
out.
Theo again.
Nope. Oh, he's trying to kill the conscript pioneer squad. He's barely holding on with a single model.
Oh no, P4 missed against the Sherman.
He's using his extra penetrating rounds against.
Yeah.
50 points remaining.
Oh man, this is gonna go now. This is gonna be a close. Okay.
Fire target! Toss it! He got it! Oh, this is it! The Sherman's dead! Oh, he missed!
Oh, but the P4's dead too.
Well, if he kills the Sherman, I hate to break it to you, but I think a Tiger can beat a Sherman. It's great to have the Panzer IV right now.
It's gonna be a little bit of an issue if you cannot repair it. Because the Fat-2 Pioneer just died.
Oh god, yeah, that's bad. Who needs
And
repairs? Who needs
Yeah.
repairs?
I mean, Cien got all the repairs in the world. 3 calls, 2 engineers. At least Tiger has
Oh.
a big HP pool.
I'm looking for mines. That Tiger's being
we
so
going?
aggressive.
Is he
Oh,
going
he's going
for
for
an
the
HP?
Sherman!
He's going for a base inspection.
Alright. With 31
I
B,
mean,
it's 10 to 1 almost. Like, no, it's like 11 to 1.
Something like that, yeah. But Theo is getting an engineer and he holds 2 VPs and he neutralized the third. So, this game is still going.
Yep.
I think right now he needs a Stuk or another P4.
Oh, the conscript's getting it! Tiger, run! Oh, no, we got it.
Blitz!
Now that Sherman can go in with its special penetrating rounds and
Well,
hopefully...
there is still a pack, but there will be 2 Shermans probably soon. When Cien gets the manpower required.
Our opponents are seizing
Theo
the sector.
desperately... You know what Theo actually might have in a minute? Resources to call an airstrike.
Oh, yeah, it's not over. Like, Theo has a lot of AT and Cien only has 1 Sherman, so...
Oh, here comes another
Theo-
conscript. It's gonna
Theo
stop
is-
the repairs.
Then what? There is still the pack.
Did he bounce? The Sherman bounced. Okay, with the round that's supposed to not bounce.
Questionable pack attack round here, but enough to scare off the Sherman.
The enemy is
The Dushka
taking
teams
our
are slowly
territory.
advancing on the far right and left hand side, trying to maneuver. Middle's right now being in close being contested. I think it is. Oh, it is contested.
His mortar has been doing a lot for Theo.
To steal our sector.
Like slam dunking down the HP pool of those conscripts to like 40% every time he pushes.
Yeah. Tiger tank is almost repaired and getting actually close to veteran C2.
Ooh. And that's
Like,
Pep 2 is where the fun begins, because then it gets a little bit of extra range.
The sector.
More range than the Shermans. So it can kite them a little bit.
Yeah, S285 versus a Panzer IV.
And a tire and a
Broken
pack.
our supply lines.
And planes.
We have a new Panzer IV.
No,
Like
we
Theo
got
needs a GG push. He needs to slap the end back to Berlin.
yeah.
He's also from Germany, though.
CreativeName just needs Theo to mess up once and he wins. Theo needs to
Yeah.
literally not
Survive.
Only, yeah, survive, but survive for like 15 minutes straight. That's how long it needs to go on for. Oh, here's the S285. And we might have seen our first mistake. AT grenade being thrown.
Are securing our
S285
Oh,
moving in. Misses
no.
though. Packguns repositioning. S285 advancing. This could be it for the... Wait.
SU-85 missed 2 times on the P4.
Hits the mine!
His own mine cocked him! Oh! Now I would send in the planes, get fishing and let's go. Easy clap, dead SU-85.
It's the conscripts put you. This could. This
Pushing forward, call in the planes, Theo.
No, he doesn't have the resources. He gave the Pintle machine gun to the MG40. Sorry, to the.
Why, Theo? Why a pintle on a dead P4? I'm not gonna do anything for you.
The enemy is taking
That's a
Tiger
big
tank advancing.
misplay. That's
Hold
a
on,
big
he'll get in a second. This could be it. This could be
This
GG.
could be it. This cheeky conscript is walking between the
He
lines.
missed with the
Theo.
Tiger. Tiger can't take that much firepower from 2 targets. 8 again. The HVAP from rear armor.
We need the planes
Yeah,
now,
planes!
Theo.
Here they come! Oh!
Needs one more shot.
No!
Oh, the planes target the
just-
Sherman.
Oh, not! You're hanging the wrong man. You're hanging the wrong man.
Ah, that's the one thing why he can never counter planes. They'll pick the wrong tank like half of the time.
Oh my
So
god!
annoying. It's like
He needed it further back. The planes won't hit anything now. Oh, yep. That was the mistake, and I think Theo.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
over.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
over. Oh, he was so close, man.
it was so close. I don't like if he didn't give the pintle to the MG to the
Yeah. Or if
this.
he didn't miss the shot with the Tiger. He missed one shot. He missed one shot with the Tiger in that push. If he didn't miss it, and it was at like point blank range, that's pretty lucky for CM, all things considered.
Yep. But every point's currently contested or currently being capped, so I think that's it.
Yeah.
It was a solid game, an excellent game.
Yeah,
But-
Theo showed his worth, but it was not enough.
Yep.
CM will proceed.
Oh well. Good game, Theo. It was a good game.
It was a good game.
Enemy has killed a machine gun crew.
I'm like expecting it to end. It just keeps going. Like okay.
You need something?
All right, there it goes. All right. Let's double check the after action report, and this round in this set goes to. Unfortunate, not Theo. It goes to CreativeName.
Ah well, I would have never surrendered in this game either.
No. Again, solid effort. Solid effort by Theo.
Very solid effort. He was so close.
But did not pan out. It just did not
I
pan
wanted
out.
it to win so badly. Get the ace game. Was a good series, very interesting. The second game at least. The first one was eh.
Yeah. First game was but the second game was honestly pretty on point.
Yeah. It's just minor mistakes in the end and luck that cost him.
Yep. But so close, so very good. And then yeah. What chat? Again, congrats on those who voted for CreativeName. But yeah, no, that's it. CreativeName takes it.
And to
God,
those who
wait, let me read this. Somebody bet 1 point for Theo, and the other team bet 15,000 points for CreativeName. So if CreativeName would have lost, somebody would have won 15,000 points easy with no one else to split it with.
actually
bad.
pretty good idea.
Yeah, it was close. It was very
Theo
close.
came close. Theo came close, and one guy was almost getting ready to get his microphone out and scream in the chat like, "Ah!"
Hey guys, before you go, let me give a special shout out to Aphyria, Folkvard, Joey G240, Balam, Ace, Tony B, Ion, Little Koosh, Samuel McKinney, Seth Coopers, and Jacob Oswald. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support and generosity. If you guys want additional content, check out the links above. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.